Hello and welcome back, everybody. I am King of Russia. Thank you for joining me. And today I've got a new special guest. I've got Zonkin,
Yo, 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 what up?
and that's because we just finished playing a game called Severance. Now, for those of you who didn't get to play in this game, one of us controlled Spring, the other one controlled Fall of the same power. So in Spring, I'd be Moogles, and then in Fall, Zonk would be Moogles. We did not get to communicate to each other at all. Whenever it was spring, he didn't get to send any press at all to anybody. Whenever it was fall, I didn't get to send any press at ever, whatever to anybody. And bills were decided by a coin flip. We also
Yeah,
didn't get to see the move maps. We only got to see the results of what the other person did. So sometimes it was kind of hard to figure out what the plan was. Um, and so now we're gonna go through that game and we're gonna spend some time litigating some disputes I imagine that we have with each other.
something like that. It'll be fine. We'll have fun. We'll have fun. It's all
Yes.
good. Unserious game.
Now, also the other thing to note in this game is that uh, when this game was organized, you were able to sign up with a partner, and of course, a lot of people running this game did the thing that was probably should have been expected, and they shuffled up the partners. So in the sign up sheet, I had just let Salt like handle everything. I was like, yeah, whatever, put a sign up in, whatever countries you want. I'm not too worried. I would have been quite worried if I had been told he was going to put Moogles as one of his options.
I did the exact same thing with my partner Varhi. I said I don't care. What we end up doing a lot, or what we did at this point was we were trying to figure out a nation to play together anyways, like for like a regular wave game. And so we had talked about a lot of the nations already, and so we really only had like 7 nations with openings that we didn't already lab out together. And so I think I just told her put those down and we'll figure it out. So I think it was like she put like Inuits 1, Mughals 2, IU 3, and then 2 others that I can't remember.
Sounds like it went about right.
Yeah.
All right.
God.
So, with that out of the way, guess we should
Oh,
get
real
into it.
quick, I should ask you. So I used or do you just say like country names or do you say like the actual players' names?
I go back and forth
Okay, because I was gonna say I'm probably gonna do the same thing.
because it's kind of confusing if we. Oh yeah, well you see, I was talking to Zach. It's like where was he?
Yeah, yeah, my boy Meepster. Yeah, no, you all know who that is, totally.
So, um, normally we would have like tried to invite our prospective partners for this AAR, but both of them ate shit and died. Um, so
uh,
on account of them being seated right next to us, it went really well. Um,
yeah.
yes. So yeah, I'll get into it, I guess. Coming into the game, Mughal strategically is in a weird spot because you want to get Southern India down. Let me get my drawing set up. You want to get Southern India, but it is difficult to get there, right? Because typically what happens is like, you get bounced out of Hyderabad and then you get bounced out of Hyderabad and you have to kind of induce these two to fight each other to get any progress. So my thinking in the early game was basically I want to pick a partner between Ming and Ayu. Typically, Ayutthaya is the better partner for Mughals, in my opinion, just because Ayutthaya takes up more attention of all the other people that you want to fight eventually. Vaguely, like you take up English attention in Andamans like this. They take up Dutch and Spanish attention, which is just important for game balance, in my opinion. Um, and it gives me leverage to like go this direction, which I think getting Xining and Rinpungpa and Bama was pretty profitable for Mughals generally, right? So I was leaning towards working with Ayutthaya early on, but of course Ming also has its advantages to working with them. Specifically, if Russia is powerful, you want to work with Ming to just keep Russia at arm's length. And so I honestly tried to square that circle. The problem with squaring circles when you only have control over one phase is, well, if the other person has different opinions, you might not square that circle very well.
I don't know what you're talking about. We were on the same phase the whole time. Where we knew exactly what the other person wanted the whole time. It was all good. It was all good.
Exactly. Also, I'm generally of
Yeah,
the opinion that Moogle's going this direction is just not really something you should do until you have like the units for it.
yeah.
So like early
No,
game, you don't want to be you just want to have this entire area be demilitarized until you can really like shove out with naval support, and then you can do it pretty easily. But until then, no. Now the thing is things went pretty well. So I guess early negotiations, I kind of was trying to see how Safavids and Russia felt about each other, but to be entirely honest, I didn't rate monitoring the relationship between this triangle as very important for me. Because nothing happens in spring. It's going to be decidable what the fall people want to do. So I just kind of offered both of them friendship and said I would take Yarkand and called it a day. My early press with Ming was just, let's take these centers and then support hold each other, which I think is pretty reasonable. Um, I almost immediately told Ming I wasn't going to go for this Bombo bounce. It's just right, or sorry, no, I was going to go for Bombo. Ming decided was not going to bounce me because Ming bouncing a Bombo was just a bad idea. As a general rule, in my opinion,
yeah.
you make an enemy early on and you might die for it.
What?
Exactly. Let's see,
Yeah.
and then oh god, it's been so long since I've thought about this
Yeah, no,
game.
this was in February.
Yes, it's been months. Um,
Yeah.
I'm trying to pair the outcome to how the moves went. Yes, okay. Memory worked. I somehow in negotiations with like Ayutthaya, and England and Netherlands and everyone else, managed to make it so that going for Andaman Islands would not be an automatic declaration of war on anybody. Um, and nobody was like, the thing about only controlling spring is that you can't go to someone else and be like, "Hey, if you take this center in fall, it's going to be war," because they don't have control over it. So there was more openness to other configurations like Andaman Islands being Mughal dot. So I planned to pop Katak out to Sirkar Coast. Of course, all of that rambling about all my northern neighbors was waiting for the grand event, which is that I spent a lot of time in the spring phase talking to Portugal. I was selling them on any number. You can imagine the stuff I was selling to Portugal here, right?
Yeah, no, yeah, no, it was gross.
I
I wouldn't have been able to do it.
I
I
sold
can tell you that
Portugal
right now.
on like this type of thing where we like cooperate. I kind of hinted that maybe Surat could be theirs, in the long like we could do kind of like this in the long run. I told them that I didn't think it was worth it for Mughals to go south at all in India. I told them that I thought we were really natural partners if we wanted to expand west towards Safavids. I told them we were quite natural partners in the long run down here in Indonesia. Once Ayutthaya and Dutch are kind of smashed, we can work together there. I sold the Portuguese
You're a
on
snake
on
oil salesman. What the hell?
I sold Portugal on about on a lot of different visions for how we could play the game and cooperate,
Yeah.
and it still was very close. Like I had to push a couple of hours before the deadline to get Portugal to agree. You know what? I won't bounce in Hyderabad. Uh, and I did some press with England, but England was L in spring, and she was quite busy in the spring phase, and so did not get to do as much press as she would have liked. I don't think, which I'm sure
Yeah,
will
no.
have no effect on the moves that happen.
Surely. Surely.
So yeah, negotiations went well.
Yeah.
Negotiations went very well because I got Hyderabad in spring. Um, I got Yarkand. This is basically guaranteed. I get Bamo. Ming opens south, which is good. It means that it's very unlikely for Ming and Ayutai to be working together. It's much more likely that these two fight, which is just good for me because it means they're going to be begging for my help. Um, Over here in East Asia, we see Ming immediately jump right into Tokugawa, which is also good because it means that they are going to be building fleets instead of armies. I like them building fleets instead of armies quite a bit. Um, we see course, Portugal gets what Hainan as typical, but they're the kingmaker on Donkin, and that's about it. Um,
Yeah.
there's the typical openings over here in the Caspian, which, like I said, you're not going to learn anything in spring from these moves. And Portugal gets tricked. I like explicitly told Portugal, "Hey, you should like bounce that," but no,
Yeah, Fall
that would
wasn't happy about that.
that would be
Fall
too
wasn't
far.
happy about a lot of things from Port's end.
Yeah, I think that this might be like I actually, yeah, I think the Hyderabad move is probably number one not happy about thing. If you made me guess, if I look over the
See,
board,
that's the thing though, like,
oh, this
what
move,
the
oh no, this is okay. I mean, uh, you can
yeah, I
hold
would've just
this
supported
unit,
Venus, right?
but
Yeah,
well,
that's fine.
what you typically like to do is this and then up,
Yeah, and then you
right?
got Kugu. Yeah, so you just can't
And
but I don't think anything can bounce you anyway, so
well, no, but it's good because if
that's
Guarani stabs you like this, then you can just halt them in their tracks
fine.
or threaten them.
True. You're right.
There are some
Either way.
upsides. So yes, I get Hyderabad in spring. I get two on Raja Mahendri for fall. So Raja Mahendri is guaranteed. Well, not guaranteed if Portugal cuts, but if Portugal cuts and guesses wrong, then they lose Goa. So
Yeah.
good luck to them. So in my in my opinion, I think I leave a decent position for you to work with in fall. And I imagine your press in
Yes.
year one was substantially more substantive than mine was, because mine was a lot of
Oh,
vibes.
yeah.
Some of it is
I
fun.
liked my press a lot if we're just gonna move on to my spot now.
Yeah, I think that
Uh,
this is where my press turns off for a few days.
yeah. And so a big thing with this was that I was neighbors with, so on I liked the Safavids player a lot, I liked the Russia player a lot, I liked all my neighbors, that was a big thing. But the big thing with me was that I think it was the Qing, the Toku, the Ming, and the Ayu were all like from New Zealand and Australia and China and I can't remember where and Britain. That's what it was because Ben was Toku. But and so for a lot of the phase, I wasn't able to talk to my I wasn't able to like talk to like East Asia. Like the little bit that I was, uh, or and this ends up being like a problem with like this ends up being a problem with a lot of the game. At least in the mid game,
Mhm.
is that I just because I do a lot of like 2 hour before press, 1 hour before press, and then I just gonna get in touch with them, and it was whatever, you know. Uh, but so we'll get to that in a little bit. With the South India stuff, uh, I'm looking back through my voids or back through my void, and again, I let Varhi choose all my stuff, and I'm reading it here. It says, "Boo, Varhi, when I get you. Why are we fucking Mughals? I am so upset. Why are we Mughals? I'm very upset right now, and I'm just doomering because I don't
Yep.
want to play fucking Mughals. I
I
think
did, yeah, no,
you said
this
Mughals is an interesting position. It's dog shit. The answer
well
with Mughals is that it's dog shit.
well,
Like,
it's interesting in that there's a lot of stuff you can do, but it is still dog shit. It can be interesting
yeah,
dog shit, but it is
it's
interesting.
interesting dog shit. It's a shiny piece of dog shit.
A lot of stuff you can do.
No, and and you have to get to 40 with it. And like 5 center Moogles already was like I did never really had any interest in playing it because it always feels like EP should just run it, right? Like that's what it feels like it should. And then I see this, and my mood, I'm elated. I my cortisol levels shoot down. I feel great. Uh and
So
so
much
my
advantage.
oh, it was great. It's great. And then I start thinking. So my England player, I think we said it before, but Salt was England.
Yes.
And and I start thinking, you know what would be really funny is if I just tap if I just don't work with Portugal. I just what is that, Goa? I just tap Goa. What if I do that? And I'm proposing this to him and he seems really interested in it. And
I
then I
imagine.
kind of start getting that feeling again where it's, oh no, this is Salt. He's not gonna, he's not gonna work with me. Whatever. And so and like I had been getting along really well with the port player. I think it was Enderman. We played in game together. Real nice dude. And I say, hey, if you tap Hyderabad, I am going to, I will rain down whatever it is on you. And he goes, yeah, no, we're good. We can run P Moog. Sick, you know?
Well, he has no
Clearly, we're
choice.
best friends.
He has no choice here but to do it.
Yes, no choice. Yeah, no, it was great. I think this was also the phase. So him and Varhi, and a lot of my decisions in this game were based on the fact that I thought it was Varhi on my other side. And so like I was thinking, oh well, I can't tell him that it's Varhi because they don't get along very well. And so I'm lying at the beginning of the game. Like I think I said that Luca was my partner, who's
Oh,
another
oh,
bestie of mine. He's the goat.
I just claimed that I didn't choose a partner myself. I was like, no, I didn't choose a partner. It'd be better for content. When really the reason I'm telling people
Yeah,
that is if I say, hey, I chose Salt as my partner, people are not going to want to work with me because Salt's entire thing is like, you have a nice stable alliance going, and he's like, ooh, I could take a couple of dots off you. Like, no, no,
no,
and
he's
that
great.
and
I
that did
I
influence some
love.
of my my thinking early on, especially. It was like, okay, well, I can't like I a lot of my spring moves were made out with the thought of like, okay, I'm just gonna put like a unit next to a center and just see what Salt does, or I'm not putting my unit next to that center because if I do, it's just gonna like Salt's just gonna ruin our alliance.
Oh yeah. Well, that's how it kind of goes
An
occasionally.
alliance player.
The other thing that I need to talk about, it was, oh yeah. Um so eventually I'm able to talk to IU, and he's going, this is Grug, and he's going, "Oh yeah, Ming's asking for support into you." And then Ming comes to me and goes, "Oh, uh IU's going for support into you." And so then I ask both of them, "Hey, do you want support into Ava, or do you want support into Kunming?" And we're all trying to get the other person to bite. That's the whole thing. We're trying to get the other person to bite.
Mhm.
And this move, not going into Rinpunga at the year one, was flooring me. And I was thinking, I was like, do I just dot it? But like, year one wars suck. Year one wars always suck. And
Yes.
especially because of what ends up happening in a second, where I end up trusting the old Portugal, and I just hit England. Uh, year one moves, or year one wars, I'm not a big fan, and so that's why I didn't end up taking Rinpunga here, even though maybe it would have been the correct decision.
No,
I don't
you
know,
can
but
wait.
yeah.
We'll wait and see the moves, and then we'll determine it was the right decision not to take it, given what happens elsewhere.
Well, if you wanna, we could just probably go over now. Like the main thing was that everybody was like I liked all my neighbors liked me. Nobody was gonna hit me year one. We all hold, and nobody goes for Rinpunga. Nobody supports anybody else into anything. And the main thinking between IU and Ming, I end up learning later, is that if they hit me, I just retreat into Rinpunga. And
Yes.
if I support IU up, because it was never me getting supported into
Yeah. No.
Kunming, because that cuts off.
You always offer to pop someone else
Yes,
into the to Kunming because then they're forced to fight the other person.
absolutely. No, and then that's just the syphilis unit that doesn't do, that's like stuck there, and they have to keep
Sisyphus.
worrying about it.
You said Sisyphus, right? Not syphilis.
Oh no, yeah, no, Sisyphus, yeah.
Sisyphus. That's the
Yes, the
syphilis.
syphilis unit.
That's the
You should
syphilis
always
unit.
try to get that. Yeah. I
God.
mean, it can be the syphilis unit because they look gross on the map.
Oh
Like,
God. Yeah.
but like, and then if I support IU up, it's retreating to Kunming, and the guy gets the dot anyway. Not the guy. This was Lexi. We actually ended up getting along really well. We talked about like she's going into like music or something, and we talked about like EDM a lot. I don't know.
Hmm.
My conversations were really cool. Uh, which really is disappointing later. Spoilers. Anyway,
Oop.
oh yeah, so this Russia asked for support into Uzgen. I go, yeah, sure, whatever. Like that's fine. Everybody's going to Aquitaine here. I cannot for the life of me remember what that was for.
This was a meme. I'm
Uh,
guaranteeing it.
well, yeah, it's obviously a meme, but like, there was like this whole group chat uh that I can't remember. I support myself down into not Hyderabad, Raja Mahendri. England's trying to hit me, but no, Balari's going to Aquitaine,
Why
like
would
any
Portugal
good
ever
Balari.
take that support?
No, they
They just
shouldn't.
yeah,
They shouldn't,
it's just
because I
weak.
get into Balari anyway.
And
Yeah.
you can
No,
go.
it doesn't. I go into Goa. Yeah. No, Port never takes the support, and I think Salt kind of knew that. I think he knew his time was kind of up. Because if you see like all over the map, England gets rocked this phase.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like
yeah, they
English
get
Channel in
yeah,
North
they get
America. It's
spotted,
okay.
and nobody's
Uh,
in Gulf of Maine, but like,
they lose
France
to
dots them in. Yeah,
Bahamas.
no, and I
I
think they go.
you have to cover Bahamas here because just France will always try to dot you.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Bermuda gets dotted.
No, s- England has a bad time, and that kind of determines the rest of their game. And especially in India,
This is
they
the
get
death. Yeah.
oh, it's terrible. And so I don't know if you've got retreats, but a big thing with
I don't
this
have
thing,
retreats, but I
or
know what happens in the retreats because I saw it and
yes,
I
you
was
do.
like,
Yeah,
and I was like, this. I'm gonna be honest. This retreats phase was the first time I'm like, I might not be playing with Salt because I don't know if Salt could convince somebody to just get rid of that unit because they just disband the retreat.
well, that's what was killing me. Was I didn't even think that I worked that hard, but Saul was just saying, "Yeah, no, I'm just gonna disband this because like there's nothing for me here, and this Portugal's never working with me here, and I'm gonna death war them because they dotted me in Bermuda." Hell yeah, no, that works. Hell yeah, brother.
Yep. No complaints.
And so Mughals double year one.
People were terrified of us, and I don't know if this happened in your server. In my server, people were like just in the public channels being like, "Oh my god, these Mughals are such a big threat." So I had to
Really?
spend yeah, I spent like the first, a couple of days in the main channel being like, "No, guys, this position is still bad because it's Mughals."
Yeah. I think there's a really funny interaction later on with my boy Sweden, or my boy Bug on Sweden, and he goes, "Wow, dude, you've just like grown a whole lot." Sweden, I can't remember. Sweden has a really weird game too. Um, but I think Bug is recording a video on that, so we won't get into that.
We'll see.
But so he goes like this is like year three or something. He goes, "Wow, I didn't really look over at your shit. You're like really big right now." Yeah, no, yeah, no, no big, no big. And
No,
I think a lot of it was that everybody wanted to be my friend and nobody wanted to be my enemy. And my one enemy was England, and England disbands. We have no
England
enemies. We're great.
England jumped off a cliff.
Yeah,
So
it was great.
then,
Um,
yes,
yeah, no,
anything else to
this
say?
was.
Yeah, it's just
I
murder.
don't. I don't think we have anything else to talk about with me anyway. Oh well,
Yeah.
yep. Never mind. Yes, we do because I
Uh,
get builds.
yes. I'm generally in
Yeah.
this game. I'm happier if you get builds than if I get builds because you have the context to fall, and you can
Yes.
convey that context of what happened like to what happened to us through the builds.
Yeah.
Where if I get builds, I'm just like, I think we're
Just kind of
fighting
get.
this person, but I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna build some armies and see. We'll build some fleets and see.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. Was like everything else was kind of predetermined. I knew that I was going to put down. I think it's four armies, one fleet.
5 armies, 1
Like
fleet.
fleet attack. Yeah, five armies. Well, it was four armies, one fleet. Because my biggest question was what I was going to do with Kolkata, because I didn't know if we were going to attack Ayu right
Mm,
away.
okay.
Um, and this was like a really big like. I was like, oh my god, I don't know what we're supposed to do here. I don't know anything, and I didn't really get to talk to Ayu that much this game because he's Australian,
But
and
the
I'm
army's always
having
better. Army's always
the
better
army is always better. I knew that,
because
and
you
because
can
it can go
hedge by
attack Ayu too.
supporting Bama or you go into Morocco, which you're gonna have to do anyways if you want to stab them. And if you want to stab them,
Oh
you
yeah,
want it to be a surprise. So you want it to be that army anyways. And
oh yeah,
normally if you get like say 4 or 5 builds on Mughals, then the first unit you might cut out of your build plan is the fleet and Kudak. But because we're
oh yeah,
doubling, it's like, okay, well,
yeah. No,
now we have
in
a
for a
really
penny,
good
you know.
excuse to have that fleet.
Yeah. Well, but so again, this is going back to the signaling thing, where I'm trying to signal to then Varhi, now you.
Yeah.
Uh, where I was trying to signal, hey, who do I like more? And I thought that Army was signaling that I wanted to hit Ming right away, and Fleet was signaling that I wanted to hit IU. And so it wasn't so much of a decision for me as to what was better. It was more so like a okay, how do I want you to interpret what I want my builds to or what I want us to do in spring year 1 or
Yes.
spring year 2? And so eventually, yeah, no, I just built it's 5 fleets, 1 army, and
Five
England doesn't
armies,
build
one fleet.
anything.
Five armies, one
5
fleet.
armies. Listen, I can't see the map very well. I'm like scrolling through my void while we're doing this because I cannot remember half of what we're talking about.
You tab into the
Five
oh yeah,
armies, one fleet. Yes,
yeah,
but
yeah.
but so that's just kind of what ends up happening. Yeah, Ming got shat on. Uh, England got shat on. Like we're living large. We're living large. I'm sad that actually no, I'm not because I was sad in the moment that staffs didn't build any fleets, but it works out. It's whatever. Because I think they're gonna come hit us for some reason, but they don't because
There's no point doing that.
the Siberian Triangle's weird.
I just offered Safavid support however they needed it, and I offered, and then
Yeah,
I leaked the moves to Russia. So
yeah.
I mean,
Well, I
and then
wish
they
wish
and
I
then
had
they
that relationship.
and then they didn't do the moves. Well, you'll see. They didn't do the moves they told me to do that would have worked. So I mean,
Yeah.
I
Well,
kind of was annoyed.
you're talking about
Um,
Zach here, right? Like that's kind of his whole thing.
yeah. So the other thing that happened, yeah, I guess I can get into my what happens in press now. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
at this point, I'm gonna go back and check. I'm pretty sure at this point the spring Portugal subs out. Um,
Oh, really?
let me get a look.
Oh shit.
Let's see. So that's orders locked. So that's first phase. Then press is open. Yep, back in February, and then we have a new Portugal before a day and a half before orders are due. So that Portugal that I worked well with, uh,
Hmm.
it just leaves.
Yeah.
Which is, I have to say, has to be the greatest grief job to a Portuguese position of all time. Let
No, it's fire.
Maybe not of all
No.
time. There have been worse griefs, but like letting Mughals into Hyderabad and then subbing out is crazy. Um, and yeah, and yeah, and then like I was saying, the fact that there's nothing from English India, it gives me a ton of leverage. Oh my god, I have so much leverage here. It's great. I get
It was.
England to agree to be my janissary by offering her to support her into Aceh or whatever, Akea down here.
Yeah.
Um, and it's great because I can just take English India like unopposed almost.
No, it was. It's a phenomenal position for even for as bad as I was just saying that Mughals is. This is the best Mughals position you could ask for year 2. Like legitimately.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, my press from here is hard. Um,
Yeah.
and it's hard to make decisions because I know that a lot of what I do will be adjusted in the fall as you see fit. But
Yeah.
my general thinking from this position is that we want Ming as a buffer state because Russia is doing okay, Qing is doing pretty good and built armies.
Yeah.
Um, and Ayutthaya in press or Ayutthaya Varhi, and she's on side because I've also sold her on this enormous vision of how we can win together. Um, I do that. I just sold her a big vision of how we could win together and that our alliance is pretty natural. There's not really any reason for us to ever fight. And I'm doing so well in India that I'm not going to have to stab her for any dots, anyways. So we're going to be good. Now, part of what I'm selling her as well is that, I am not partnered with Salt, which means that you're not going to have to worry about, you getting dotted and fall like by some madman because, my partner would never do that.
Yeah. Well, listen, I do not dot Ayutthaya. I'd like to point that out. I
We'll see.
never dotted Ayutthaya.
No,
It was
definitely,
bullshit.
definitely don't.
Yeah.
Anyways, with that saying, that
Anyway,
definitely didn't happen.
surely,
God,
really, it's fine. We're fine.
it's fine. Yes. So,
Yeah.
I want Ming as a buffer state. So the way that I coordinate, also in Southern India, it's just tactics now because Portugal's going to be hostile to me because England just like committed suicide, flew off the bridge. So down here, it's just
Yeah.
tactics in terms of how I can get enough units on Hyderabad and how I can ensure that in the long term we just crush Portugal. Portugal. I am not. I'm honestly not very concerned with wrapping up Southern India very quickly, just because I don't think that we have to wrap it up very quickly. Because Portugal, these units are going to be tied up over here. Portugal's not ever going to be an issue for us there. Azeron is very powerful, having a very good time, and Portugal is in Zanzibar, which is a good indicator to me that this is going to be Portugal's going to
A
be
mess.
busy. We'll say Portugal's going to
Yeah.
be occupied over here, so they're not going to be able to like
Mhm.
reinforce to the Indian Ocean. I have Ayutthaya on side, so I always have leverage with the Dutch to kind of try to mess up their moves if they ever get up here. I can offer like, "Hey, I'll stab Ayutthaya if you let me into Madras," stuff like that, if I really need to. Um, and Russia and Safavids are both asking for help against each other, so you know, I'm pretty confident that I'm not going to have any issues up here. Long story short, I try to signal that we are not attacking Ming by not jumping Rinpung like into Rinpungpa. Like if I, you know, so I tell Ming to support Hold Kunming, and then file the support. I move up to Bhutan to get Rinpungpa, and I move Sangpa over here in Delhi to Kabul, to hedge against shenanigans that might be happening with this unit eventually. But
Yeah.
also because I want the general vibe here to be like we don't have to take Xining. We can let Ming have that if we want to. Because yeah, buffer state. We need a buffer state.
Mhm.
Now, how well
Yeah.
does acquiring a buffer state go?
That's a great question.
Let's see.
Whew.
Actually, I
Um,
asked that question, but let me review all my other moves first. Yep. See, I
yeah, yeah,
got the England support in. The Dutch are not very happy about that, but sucks to
yeah,
suck,
I'd
I
imagine.
guess. I wanted this fleet out of my way because
Yeah,
now
yeah.
I can just bottle up Bay of Bengal. I can take it myself. It's great. Let's see. What else is going on the map? Yep. England getting killed. England almost not really getting killed there. This is England getting killed. This is England just losing a guess.
Yeah.
This move is ooh,
Yeah, Jamestown to tweet what is that? Tuiado, whatever.
Tweedo. Yeah,
That's the one that had Salt really heated. Like
yeah.
I think that was when he realized, yeah, no. I think he said I think he literally said, if this is KOP, we are going to have some words.
I cannot. I
He was very upset with his face.
Yeah. I'm not sure why this would be the moves that you would pick for these units. You
We were
have so
Machiavellian. It's a little Machiavellian. I didn't really understand it, but also not my theater, not my problem, you know?
so I'm just gonna say you have two options with these two units for what you can do. You can do this, or you can do let's get like a good color, or you can do this. Those are your options. I guess
Yeah,
if you really want to like be anti-Dutch, you
sure.
can move to
Into
Maryland.
Dutch.
But if the
That
Dutch
never does
want,
anything.
yeah, but the Dutch are gonna do this like every time,
Yeah. I don't know.
which is
It's
also why
gross.
yeah, this is
I just don't. Yeah, England's game is done. Like England's dead.
yeah.
Great for us.
Glad that Salt realized quite early that this wasn't me.
I think he was the person who realized earliest on that his partner was not accurate.
I was back reading his void, and he was like, "KOP, did you just not do any press? Like, are you trying to get us killed?" It's like, no, I'm good at England. I've done England. England is a
Yeah.
thing I can do.
Did you die on England? Because you played that in what 1.3?
It was like a one of the C games. I think 1.3 might have been it.
Gross.
Let me think. Or was it yeah, 1.3 it would have been. I didn't die, I just didn't win. But like I secured North America, killed, France and Netherlands and had a good
Yeah.
time. And then
Gross.
Poland.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back to
Yeah.
the Mughals. Yeah, I'm yeah, the other issue is that like I at this point still think I have Salt as a partner. I mean, I'm confused. I have the doubt based on this right? England
Yeah.
disbanding Raja Mahendri. I'm like, I don't know if Salt could get someone to do that, but I'm still like,
Listen, all
eh.
that you're doing right now is singing my praises, and so I think this is all correct. You're saying all the right words.
But I'm like, the one thing that Salt does have an uncanny ability to do is just acquire like centers that he has no business having. And so, well, I'm trying to signal we should be friendly to Ming. I'm also like, if there's one player I think who could just like get in here without Ming trying for it, it probably is Salt.
Yeah.
Probably is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, I think that Ming shouldn't be going for Rinpungpa anyways, because there are 3 units on Turfan, and if you want to hold it, you're going to need Moogle support. So Ming should
Oh,
be buying
absolutely.
us off by offering us signing.
Correct.
And yeah, there are
Uh,
like several layers of reasoning to why I picked these moves.
yeah. Uh, on my end, I didn't really end up getting any of that. Uh, I did not realize that we wanted Ming as a buffer state. I just knew that I liked Ming, and so I wanted Ming to be good, or Ming to live. If we're gonna scoot on over to my section anyway, uh, I didn't really register any of that. But so what me and Ming are talking about is, hey, we're just we're not. Neither of us are gonna end up in Zinning or Rinpunga or Rinpunpa, whatever, however you pronounce it.
Mhm.
And we're just gonna leave those as like neutral dots. We're gonna leave those as neutral dots that Ming will take later on, so that way we can hold off Russia because we think that Russia is really really dangerous, and we think that Qing is really dangerous. And I'm the only friend of Ming's. Yeah, no.
See,
And
my Ming had
so
agreed
I'm
to give
talking
me
about the
Rinpungpa, so that was great.
yeah. Well, there you go. And so we're just talking a lot, and we got a really good rapport. We're talking about all sorts of bullshit, and me and Grug, we don't really talk this phase. We just go, hey, I say, hey, do you want to support into commuting? He goes, yeah, sure. And that's all our press for this phase again.
Yeah.
Uh, well, and it's all that we need to do, but I don't know. Would love a little more, a little bit of back and forth. But again, it's the time zone thing, and yeah, no, and I guess I didn't really register how good Ching was looking at this point.
Yeah, this
Uh,
this is very far away, and it's hard to really quantify how good this looks when you're like down here and you don't know. Like when you don't
what
see
was this
these,
move?
I don't know. I like you. It's hard for you in your position to be like, oh yeah, Ching is pretty good because you don't see
Yeah, I
like
didn't worry
this
about
is
Ching
how.
here too. Yeah, no. And so they're not even on my radar at this point. And the little bit that we are talking, because Ching eventually subs out, and I can't remember if it's this phase or the phase after it, but it goes from Fairy to Addy. And I like both the players. They're both really cool. I just remember like lying to Ching at one point when because I had another little thing that I was doing was I was gathering everybody's partners. I think that I don't know if you end up doing that. I think it
I
was
don't.
me and
I did
like
not.
I
I
don't
did not think it had a appreciable enough effect on how I should play the game. I think it's
yeah.
more important for fall to gather the spring partners, where like fall, it's like I mean, it's just gonna
Yeah.
happen.
Well, because a lot of it was again, a lot of my game was trying to read what Varhi would want to do, and so I was thinking, well, maybe somebody else had this same idea, and so I know
Mhm.
I was doing it. I know Mapuche was doing it. It's Jamie. He was really fun. Uh, and I think Basil was doing it too. Basil on Spain, and I can't remember if like any of the colonials do. But like we have like our own little like club, and we're trying to like piece together everything like with the little red with the red strings and the cork board. But so Fairy tells me I don't have a partner. I didn't sign up for the partner. And then Addie subs in and I tell her, hey, I'm doing this whole thing with partners, and I ask, do you know who your partner is? And she goes, no. And I go, oh, well, it's Starcat. So I just lie to Ching about who her partner is. I asked if I could do it, and he said, and the GM Oliu, he said, yeah, sure, that's funny.
Oh my
But
god.
that's like the main thing that I talk about with Ching. Like I do not think Ching is gonna have any impact on my game in the present. And so besides, hitting Ming, which is good. Um, me and Safs look over. I want them to hit Russia. What did I fuck up this order? I do fuck up this order. I don't think we communicated this very well. Ah well.
Why don't you just see move
Um,
kill?
what? Yes.
All right, fall moves.
Is that cool? I don't fuck up this order because these are your moves, asshole. Uh, There we go. All right. Yeah, no. Me and Ming were getting along really well. She tries to support me into Ava. I take Rinpunga. Uh, let's see here. Fall Safavid stabs me.
Yeah, this really
And
the Safavids ending up in Gore really confused me because this is obviously the worst possible thing Safavids could do.
yes, yes, they don't take Yarkand. They just end up in Gore.
They just lose Kiba.
Yes, no, the Safavid's moves this whole game kind of the fall saps moves floored me,
There's a reason I, like,
and
never
I
seriously tried to work together with Safavids, and it's because I was like, whenever I, like, look at the position after fall happened, I'm like, "Oh, this is like, these are, like, the dumbest moves I've ever seen. I'm not working with you." I don't know I haven't
no,
checked who fall Safavids was, by the way, so whoever that is, I'm sorry, but, like, step it
it's
up.
Meepster, and I love Meep to death. Me and him talked so much this game. I
Meepster, step
loved
it up.
chatting with him. I was very I was very sad that he did not do well. But like,
But you
I
can
don't know, you should take Yarkand here. Or like, I don't know. I'm not here to judge. Listen, it's whatever.
meanwhile,
He's
Ming
the GOAT.
manages to lose
Who else is
Turfan
there?
and cost us a dot in the
Yeah.
process.
Yeah, we still do lose turf on, or Ming does. But but I'm trying to dot Zining. Ming's not having a good game. Ming is not having a good game. Which sucks. Because Lexi was really cool. Uh, Russia's looking really strong here, and so that's what me and Ming ended up talking about a little bit. Hey, we should actually try to work together. Or are we just gonna keep stabbing each other? I go, yeah, yeah, no, we're gonna try to work together, totally. Uh,
Just give me all your
what ends up
buffs.
happening in yeah, what ends up happening in South India again? I can't. Oh yeah,
Let's take a minute on it.
that's what it was. We take Mosul, and that's it. And then we end up in Bay of Bengal. So it's just gonna be the slow inch down
I was a
for the
bit
next like few.
I was admittedly a bit confused that we ended up in Penaroo instead of keeping right shore. Um,
Uh, yeah, I could see why. A lot of these tactics were really weird. Um, I honestly cannot remember the thought process behind it. I think I was just trying to, because I think that me and the Dutch were talking, and the Dutch were like, "Oh, well, we can work together. I'll take Madras." Yeah, no, bullshit. Yeah, nice try, buddy.
not
Uh,
happening. No.
because no, and I think that was the thought process behind it.
The,
Me
the
and the
Dutch
Dutch had
all
really
the
weird.
Dutch also tried to pull that with me, and I also was like, no.
Yeah, no, the India's mine. You go somewhere else.
Yeah.
The Dutch and me had a really fun relationship too. This was Artima. Uh, and we were just yelling at each other the whole time. And like it was in good fun, but we just didn't we never really like jived like that. But that's all right, That's how it be sometimes. But no, like fine phase, I think we go what, +3-ish?
Let's see. That
Or is it
cancels
plus
out.
two?
That's
Yeah,
one.
+3.
That's
+2.
two. Yeah, +2.
+2. Not great, not terrible. We take that. But yeah,
So it
no.
goes.
Definitely could have been better, but it's whatever.
All right. Let's see builds. I think I did.
Yeah,
I had the
you end
build.
up with these ones? Yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah,
How's your build?
Gorgon's off the board.
Yep. I talked to Safavids and I'm like, hey, gonna need that army off the board. And he just offered it to me. He's like, yes, the army will come off the board because, well, you see, Russia pretty clearly
Yeah,
stabbed me.
yeah, Russia stabbed. Don't
Now,
go
if
attack
only
Mughals.
Russia
Yeah,
hadn't ended up in Turfan, we would have been in great position to hold back Russia here. But Ming decided to go for Xining instead of going
I
for holding
know.
Turfan. Like, this was a big
I don't know.
point where Ming just becomes useless to me here because like you're the problem with Ming trying to like get the upside of the Xining dot in fall is that now Ming is literally just useless because their position collapses on the spot because they can't hold Lanzhou, right? Like,
Yeah,
and they disbanded the retreat. Like, what are you doing?
yeah, no.
Why you do, you? I understand that Ching is over here, but Ching is gonna kill you no matter what, buddy.
Yeah, this was rough,
If this
and
if this retreat
yeah,
is here, then there's hope for Ming position because you can hold
yeah,
Lanzhou, you
no,
can get Mughals into Xining to hold it even more. You can offer to like run some BS down here against Ayutthaya if you really want. I mean, there are possibilities, But now there are no possibilities. It's just gonna be me taking Xining, me walking into Chengdu if I can, me getting Ayutthaya into Kunming. There's no reason to do anything else.
No,
Ming has
yeah,
no
no, Ming is dead here.
there's no reason for Ming to exist for me from here, which is sad
Yeah,
because because there are a lot of reasons why Ming being in a passable position is very good for Mughals. It limits a lot of other
I
people's
think
potential a
with
lot more
how the
than
map's set
our
up
own.
right now, like I think it's just that because I think every Mughals and Ming end up going to war. Like I don't know. Maybe it's just like a map thing, but like Ming weird like Mughals is bad. Ming might be the worst nation in the game. Like
The way
legitimately.
Ming, you have to play very careful. The way you want to set up the border if you're Ming with Mughals is you want to have it generally like this, and then
Oh
you
yeah.
see how you split Ayutthaya, whether you do it like this or if you do it like this, right? It varies. But I
It's
think
gross.
the problem for Ming is that Ming never has any reason to attack Mughals long term, in my opinion, because
No.
you'll get to like here, and then Portugal or England will show up, and you'll have a bigger problem than if you just left Mughals as your buffer state. So you just never attack
Oh
them.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know, but it always feels like it's not like I can't remember the last time I saw Ming hitting Mughals. It always feels like it's Mughals hitting Ming.
Yeah,
And it almost I feel like it's a lot of the time it's like this where it's like you go into Sangpa and then you support yourself into Rinpunga and yada yada. You get Ayu on side. I don't know.
and it's just predictable.
Ming is just in general a really weird power.
The only problem is when you get up far, get up this far, you are limited in the amount of armies you can bring
Oh yeah.
this far north
Well, we
compared
end
to
up
how many can be brought down to you, as we'll see.
yeah, and we end up running into this. Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. You'll see everybody. Yes, but builds
Oh
here. I build this fleet because I want Portugal dead, and I build this army because I mean it's just a good army. You
yeah.
can bring it this way. I think when I build this army, I'm thinking it's flexible to go north if we really need it to, but I kind of want to run this and just
Right.
like
Bring it down. Yeah.
just bring the hammer down on Portugal is the primary goal.
How did Portugal get a Hyderabad again?
In spring I ran these moves because I wanted. Yeah, I thought that
That's so. Yeah.
I just thought support holding in place was going to be less productive than getting an army into right shore, and being able to cut this in the long term I think is better. Also,
Fair enough.
I just didn't think these were the moves Portugal was going to choose. I thought he was more likely to go to Bishapur.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like I
I
think for
remember being.
Portugal, that it's just better to like shuffle your armies up the coast like this.
Yeah. I don't know. I remember being a little confused about that too. It's weird. This whole thing is weird.
Precisely.
But
The
yeah.
fleet from Portugal here also surprises me quite a bit. I also just think, I mean, you can like get your fleet up here to combat my fleet, but it doesn't matter because the goal of my fleet is not to like get in your backline. The goal of my fleet is to cut Goa and take Hyderabad.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
So
Well, like Portugal's kind of just like shuffling deck chairs on Titanic right now. You know, like
yeah, that's true. They're
yeah.
like we have them like secured under a guillotine, and they're like trying to adjust their knees. It's like I mean,
Oh yeah.
okay, but
I don't know because I don't think 'cause I can't remember if it's this phase or the next one or the next one, but Portugal. Like, I don't think they end up like gaining units like after this, like legitimately. I
it
think
goes
they just kind
bad.
of start getting like hit everywhere.
Well, that's what happens. I mean, this colony's gonna die. This is a very temporary outpost.
Yeah.
France is very secure in Madagascar. Guarani is, well, Guarani attacked them.
Yeah.
It's Guarani. They don't matter. The
Yeah.
Dutch are doing
Yeah.
very well,
Yeah. It's Makila.
except down here where they're not.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna show moves.
Mhm.
Yes. So Ming's usefulness has expired. I start coring Bamo because I can, and because that's a funny core to have, and it's quite useful in the long term if you use it correctly. Um, I support us into Madras because it does not matter what the Dutch do. Even if they dislodge us like they do, we just retreat to like Andhra Coast and it's
Yeah.
fine. There's nothing they can do. Um, let's see. Yeah, I do a big conga line up here against Portugal just to make sure we can get everything set up for a clean take on Hyderabad.
Yeah.
I think it's
We
very
don't want we
important.
don't want to we don't want a Sisyphus unit up there. Yeah, no.
Exactly. I don't want any idiots in our backlines. I want to just
For sure.
cleanly take a line and just move it down. Um, That's about it. I There's some, like, tactical weirdness that I get into with Safavids up here. I just cut Turkestan and call it a day,
This is a
which,
yeah, because Russia's stabbing you here, right? That's
Russia is trying to go south, and I don't want Russia to come south. I want Russia to stay above this line.
oh
Please
yeah,
do not come further south.
but
Pretty
yeah,
straightforward.
I don't know.
Got a good
No,
relationship
seems
with IU, and everything's going pretty well.
yeah, yeah, gotta hold.
Uh, yeah, and England is doing what I say.
Makes sense. They
Yes,
don't have any agency in this game.
correct. Let's see. Do you want me to show you moves, or do you want to say your thoughts before I show you moves?
You can just go to moves, honestly, because I think most of this phase is just yeah, it's more tactics against port. That's what this oh, I remember this phase. Okay, so I this was a Wednesday night.
Hmm.
Uh and I'm out, I'm out with some of my buddies and I'm chatting with my buddy with my buddy on Safavids and I'm thinking, "Oh, you know what we should do? We should create a group chat against Russia because Russia's getting too strong." And so I do that. I add all my buddy or add all my friends. I add because I think their ally here is what I think it's Ottomans. I want to say so. I don't add Ottomans, but I add like Qing and Inuit and Poland, yada yada, Safs, and I add all of them. And then I also add Russia to the
Oh,
anti-Russia chat. Um, and so that was really cool. What ends up happening is so I figure that out and I'm adding the GM team and whatever and I'm going, oh, can we get Russia out of here? And they go, nope, whatever. And so I say nothing and everybody else thinks it's a honey trap except
hmm.
for Sweden because Sweden tells me later on that they were on mobile and couldn't see who all was in the chat. And so he just starts laying into Russia with Russia able to see.
Oh,
Um, yeah, that was it was a bit of a press blunder on your boy's end for sure.
well, it's good that
But Russia,
Sweden is now
he
forced to
said that
be
it was
anti-Russian.
me. Yeah, they just stabbed me anyway because that's
Well,
fire.
this was always gonna this
Oh,
is not a stab. This is just the moves that you should
this
expect in this position.
absolutely.
Uh,
And but so we see that Gore comes off the board. Me and Safs were talking. Hey, what'd be really funny is if Yarkan's gonna get taken, you should support me into Turkmenistan. And that happens.
Oh, I don't like this. I'm gonna be. I was speaking before this phase, and my main concern at Safavids was whenever if I get into Turkestan, I'm gonna lose Yarkand, and the position's gonna be significantly worse.
Yeah, yeah, but see, here's the thing. I don't think we could have held it anyway
Yeah,
if
we could have. Well, what you do instead? Ready? I'm gonna lay
is
out all.
Turkestan coming down
No, I'm gonna
was
lay
the
out.
prediction.
Yeah, but that's not gonna. This is the better move, right? There's no the the only other way Russia could run
Right.
tactics here is to bring Turkestan down, and then we're screwed here anyways. What we should have done
Yeah.
was we should have had this support hold, then we should have raided Punkha into Chengdu like so, because Russia's never going to support us into Lanzhou. That's never happening. Never in a million years is Russia going to give us that center because they can just take it themselves. If they want to, they can just take it.
Yeah. They
So
were
that's what's going to
they
happen.
were offering shit. I was thinking that they were gonna help me.
I just
Me and Russia, we were listen.
there is
What I'm really thinking is that Russia's
Look,
gonna, turn around.
there is some value to being able to read a position.
Yeah. I'm thinking that Russia's gonna, turn around and realize, hey, Qing is like lambasting all their cores. They don't.
No.
That's on me. Um, and so like, it's whatever. If this ends up being a whole thing later on, we end up in what? Zinning. We don't get Chengdu. That sucks. Uh, let's see here. We finish the core on Bamo. We take Hyderabad. I did it because I thought it was funny. I won't lie. Uh,
This made
and
me
it was
suffer
funny.
in pain when I saw the moves.
It
When I
was
saw the
funny.
results, I was like,
That's
"Oh,
my Your Honor.
oh
Uh,
no."
and then if you want to go on to because then I end up with winter builds. Uh,
Builds.
yeah. Uh, I'm thinking, okay, so we got 3 builds. What? And I really have not talked to IU at all, and also Ming is dead. And I'm talking to Safs, not Safs. I'm talking to Spain here, and they're going, yeah, no, um, me and yeah, no, me and the Dutch are trying to work it out. And I go to the Dutch, and they go, oh, me and Spain are trying to work it out, and it looks like IU's having a really good game, or not? Yeah, it looks like IU's having a really good game. I'm thinking there's nothing else that I'm getting from Ming, and also I can't really talk to IU at all. I'm thinking, you know what? We just finished this core in Bomo. We've got 3 builds. This guy's Australian. Let's go attack him. There's no way this goes wrong. There's no way this goes wrong. It's fine because we're cutting him off here. We're cutting him off here at the head.
Hmm.
And so all of a sudden we're and Ming saying, "Hey, I just want to be supported back into Kunming. We're good. It's all good in the neighborhood. I can stab here. You know. So if you want justification on why I ended up stabbing here, it's because I thought, we this should be easy. This should be easy to go attack Ayutthaya. We should be good. We got it.
See, I saw these two builds, and I was like, okay, well, I have to do it now because
Yeah.
there's clearly been a severe breakdown in relations between the fall Mughals and the fall Ayutthaya.
Oh yeah. No, it
But at
was
the
it was
same
severe
time,
and
my
terrible, and we
at
were
this
still friends. We still talked to each other.
at the same time, my entire thought process here was this is the wrong time to stab Ayutthaya because if we had a fleet there, we could, we have potential to jump out. If we had like just this fleet is fine because you can jump out here and you can get stuff going.
Yeah.
But if we had this army, able to say if we just build it in Sessaram, it's slightly different. Then we can get away with a lot of stuff up north or east if we want to, or you build it in Delhi, and we could like let's just say you build like Fleet Cuttack, Fleet Ahmedabad, Army Delhi. What we can do here is we can actually pivot off fighting Russia and just like eat Safavids and kill him. He just dies.
But again, me and Safs have been getting along all game. I thought that we had enough shit over there because that was my other thought was Fleet Ahmedabad, Fleet. I think I was gonna do Fleet Cuttack and then Army Kabul. And I was like, we've been or we're besties. They're never attacking me. They're dying. This can just be a front that I'm not worrying about. And I thought that we had enough shit with Portugal, and I thought we were never gonna get anything else off of Ming because it would be Kunming, or because like I don't think we can ever hold Chengdu. I won't lie. It just gets crushed.
Well, you have to
Like
you have to hold it with Ayutthaya. What happens is you have to have leverage helping Ayutthaya on other fronts to get Chengdu. So
which
that's
I
primarily anti-Dutch stuff, which you can do for a while. What I would do here long term with Ayutthaya, and what I thought we should do is we should just like get them. If you don't want like if you want Chengdu, we can do this, and you can get them to move up the coast like this, or you
and
can get
that
them to
was
move,
kind of what we were talking
or
about.
or
But
you
I
get them.
don't
No, 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 no. I got
agree.
a full thought. Or
Okay,
you bring them
go
up
ahead.
to Chengdu like this, kind of right. But eventually, what you want is you want Ayutthaya armies here. You want an I army here. You want one of their units like some units here, here, and here. You just want to let them walk all of these armies to the northeast and then use their trust in us to ensure that they do not build too many additional armies in their rear. So
I just don't think they're ever doing that. I
I've
won't lie.
I do. I had a good grip on Varhi here. So whenever she had builds, she wouldn't, build anything hostile. And you clearly had a good grip on Ayutthaya here because he built Army Udong.
Yeah,
This is the worst possible build for
it's a
Ayutthaya
flavor
in
bill.
the position.
It's so sick. I was telling him, gone away to the Philippines.
Yeah. Yes, so this is an
Yeah,
awful build. And that's how I would have played it because I don't think the tactics are such that you can't with Ayutthaya like this, there's never going to be a fighting stab. You're gonna want to land a clean stab where you just have a bunch of units next to unguarded centers and you can like convoy armies in rapidly. The problem with this stab is that we can't push Andaman Islands to Andaman Sea cleanly because we can't hold that because he might backfill. You know, Palembang is going to fall in this position, and then Varhi would have retreated up here, for example, and then there'd be two onto voice, so he wouldn't get that. It's just not very clean at all. Um, and in order for me to get this stab off successfully, I have to really manipulate Varhi's trust in me,
Yeah.
which comes with long term consequences, like never being able to work with Ayutthaya again, which I don't like. Um, so I just think it was not an ideal idea. Because the other thing is
I
that we need these armies to be up here to stop Ching from just crushing us.
and again, I just didn't like. I didn't trust that Shing was the bestest of players. I won't lie, because she had just been talking about she had just lost fucking Nivkis, yeah, or Nivix. I was like, well, no, there's no way she ends up like starting to roll. I guess I just wasn't paying that much attention to how good Spring Ching was doing, and
Yeah.
then eventually Fall Ching gets in the game too, and also Russia never goes and defends their shit. I'm really
No,
expecting
Russia just
Russia to
gives it
defend.
up. Russia just gives it up
Yeah,
fully and never even like tries to get it back, and that really upsets me in this game because
I was.
it ruins
It was
all
hard
of
for
my
me.
play in the north.
Yeah,
Spring Russia was Sarfed, and I I don't want to play with Sarfed again. I'm sorry. It's just I don't.
that's, I get it. I had
No, I'll
because
tell
Fall
you'll
Russia was.
see at the end of the you'll see by her moves at the end of the game and when I tell you why I don't want to play with her again. But Jesus Christ,
Yeah,
oh my god.
I think legitimately had our rushes been switched, we would have been fine because me and Sarfit get along pretty well.
Mm,
And Teak said at this phase, he said, "I find your press annoying. Don't talk to me."
that's a good
Fair
sign.
enough, dude. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. So in this phase, I tell Ayutthaya that we're going to be very cooperative and I'm going to move everything up. And I don't do that. I
Yeah,
fully commit to the stab. I managed to work with Dutch so that their moves end up like this, which means I can move to Andaman Sea while Ayutthaya takes the Dutch center and I get to away for free.
no,
Um,
it's fire.
but the problem is, even with this best case scenario stab, I still don't get Ava and Pegu and Tavoy. So it's still not very good, and I am sad.
Listen, listen. It looks good to me. It's kind of fire.
Because and the other thing is that when I want to stab Ayutthaya, I want to be able to convoy armies across and in, but that's just not an option because Portugal still has all these armies in southern India that we have to kill.
I
Um,
don't know why they. I don't know why they stuck around as long as they did. That was the other thing was
it was confusing,
Portugal.
but it's the
Portugal.
situation we have to deal with.
Oh yeah,
So it was I didn't like it very much, but I knew I had to do it.
yeah. Listen, that do be how it be sometimes.
Elsewhere, I get Bay of Bengal landed because Netherlands is not going to fight me anymore. Enables me to move Madras to Penaroo, which is going to be good for anti-Portugal. Raja Mahendra is moving to Masulipatam here, and that's because, like I said, I'm just moving. I'm moving for the clean kill. I want to just kill Raichur. I want to then take Bellari, and the cleaner I make the kill, the less likely Portugal is going to want to be to stick around. Because if they don't have any finicky retreat options to take a dot in my back line, they're going to be much more incentivized to just take all the units off the board quicker and just let me have it. And once I have Southern India, then we run into the upside of the position, which I think we really need to exercise this game. We need 40 dots, and
Yeah.
we're not gonna get 40 dots within these. There are not 40 dots in this boundary, so we need to
No.
get out. And given this, my
Yeah.
general read is that the way to get
We're
out
not.
in the long term is going to be by getting over here,
Yeah.
down into here. Maybe we get over into like Azeron. I think we're gonna need a lot of fleets to have a shot at winning this game.
Felt.
So
Felt.
so down we go.
No, and like I don't know, and especially with how Russia was moving this game, we were never getting into there. Like, it
Mm,
seemed like they only wanted us dead for like about a month and a half. It was weird. I don't know.
yeah. So I get the stab off. I mean, this is as good as the stab could have gone. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess technically the way I could have stabbed slightly better, like there are other configurations you can do, right? So if I had known all these moves, if I had known like this was gonna, that Russia was gonna work with me and that I wasn't gonna get hit by Ming. I think what I would have done is I would have ran this move set, right, where I can jump these units down, kind of. And that would have enabled me to take Ava and Pegu and Tavoy, right? Because the way
Yeah.
it winds up in fall is you have the army here, 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 and here, and Kunming doesn't get to retreat, and we get an army here, of course. The only problem
Because
with this move set is Ming becomes quite incentivized to stab us, I think.
Mhm.
And also, I didn't think that you had any relationship with Ming left at this point. So my solution to
Yeah.
that was just to put Ming in one of Iotaya's centers and just let them work that
Oh,
out.
yeah. Yeah, no. Also, what the fuck? Why did Portugal just like give up? Why did not in our area? Why'd they give up in like Macau and shit? Because that was the other thing that was killer.
I don't know.
Was that then they could just like they just got like a refill of dots right after we took all theirs.
Yeah, Vardy was talking the whole phase after I stabbed her during retreats. Like, I mean, I see why you stabbed me. I know why you did it, but I'm gonna have builds still anyways. So this was a really bad idea. And I'm like, I don't like. It doesn't matter to me whether the idea was good or not. This is just kind of what you have to do. So like, maybe,
Yeah.
but we'll see.
No, no, it's weird. It's Machiavellian.
Um, yes. So I just get that setup going. Let's see. Tour of the world. Austria dying. Good, good. You'll have to see it. England gets Ghent for some reason. Oh, I had some press screenshots, not press, void screenshots from Salt. This was from after the first spring. It was- Let me.
The Francis game was really funny because this was Big Mac with sauce. And I had never played with him before. I don't know if you've ever played with him before. He seemed
A
like
bit.
apparently he's around from like since like A1 or something.
Yeah.
Uh, he he seemed he was an interesting cat. I'll say like it almost seemed like he was kind of on like a different wavelength than the rest of us. If you get what I'm saying.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't know. He was interesting to talk to for certain. But part of it was that he seemed scared of everybody all the time. And, clearly Salt had the same idea.
Yeah. This was Salt's reactions after spring moves. It was like, I swear to God, what did you say to these people? How are you doing, Salt? Are you okay? I am not okay. Thanks for asking. When I signed up for Night, I figured my partner would figure out all the hard stuff in spring and I'd just walk into dots. Now, to be fair, if Salt had been paired with me in this game,
Yeah.
then like, yes, correct. Correct. Hard stuff figured out.
Yeah.
Please walk into dots. You know?
Well, that was our thought too, was
Let's see.
Varhi can do all the tough stuff. I can and then she can just deal with whatever I do in fall. Like
Yeah. See, where I was like, I'm just gonna figure out a position to put my partner in to let them take dots. I was like,
big preach. Big preach,
right.
home skillet. Yeah, no. You did that.
God.
But yeah, no. Weird weird phase all around year 3, certainly. Or at least from the old winter perspective.
Let's see.
You got my moves?
Yeah, let's go forward.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
look, we lose
I'm trying to
Yellow.
remember what I did here. Oh yeah. This is the phase where I'm still talking with fucking with Ming, and I'm still going, yeah, no. Clearly we've worked something out. You should just walk down. You should just we're clearly going against IU together. And I think I used up all my goodwill at this point. I tried to stab for what would amount to be the third
The
time.
Chengdu. Yeah,
Uh,
that's not what you should be doing.
no, I don't
Although
disagree.
why did they move to signing? What's the point of like
Listen,
isn't
there
the
are a lot of
entire idea of working with Mughals here so that we support hold Lanzhou and he keeps it?
yeah,
I say
and
keeps
that's
it
what I offered
because it was
was that
kind
I
of
would
blunt.
support holding them, and then they went, okay, I'm gonna move Chengdu, and I was like, okay, I'll just backfill.
See, the funny thing is that from my
Uh,
perspective, it was not entirely clear that there was a breakdown of relations between Mughals and Ming.
yeah, no, it was it was a little odd. And then Ching's just backfilling Russia. Because fuck you.
Oh,
And
also, let me
then
just grab.
I don't know if you're allowed to cuss on here. My bad. I forgot to
Oh,
ask
you
about
can
that.
cuss. We're not monetized. I need 1,000 subscribers. Subscribe, guys. If you get to 500, I can do memberships, and maybe I can make some fun content for
Yo, that's good.
members. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Salt.
Uh,
By the way, Salt after Spring realized it wasn't
yeah.
me. He was
Let's see here.
he was depressed.
Yeah, I'd imagine. This okay, here's what it was. So I think that I was telling the Dutch, and apparently you and the Dutch were like all chummy this whole time.
We're having a good
Uh
time. Yeah.
Me and my Dutch weren't. We were like we were like acquaintances out of obligation more than friends this game, I'd say.
Hmm.
Uh and so they were going, "Hey, can you support me into Ak?" Go, "Yeah, sure." And then I don't.
Yeah.
And
No.
I bounce them out of anime.
There's no point in ever saying that though, because we're never gonna do that. I mean, I guess the point
There's
is saying
not.
it so that they cut the support, but
Yeah. No, and it got them to cut the support, which is what I wanted. And then I don't know why I didn't take fucking what's that Tavoy? Can they bounce Tavoy from Andamans?
they could
They
bounce from
can. That's
Malacca
what
Strait. How'd they end up there? Did they get a retreat for?
I think
Oh,
so.
this.
Yeah, because it was Palembang,
Oh, okay.
right?
Yes, I was like,
Yeah.
yes, and then Varhi
No,
was
because
upset with me, so moved to Malacca Strait.
imagine that. Listen. I'd be upset with whoever Fall Moogles was too if I got stabbed like this.
I wish. I
Uh,
don't fault you
let's
for
see.
this move set, but like, ooh,
I'm aware. Listen. And trust me, I was a little upset by it too, but I really didn't think, oh yeah, they're gonna go for anime. I thought, oh, they're gonna cover their core because that's what
I
I would
just
do.
I just my only issue here is that there's once you have the fleet in Pegu, there's no path forward.
There's nowhere for it. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
there's no.
so I
Yeah,
think here you have to drive the army down the coast and trust Ming to help you in, basically. And
yeah, but again, wasn't really. I really thought that Ming was more mad at me than they were this whole game. I won't lie.
Ming can be mad at you,
Especially with
but as long as Ming thinks there's a 10% chance you'll work with them, they got to do it. They have no choice.
yeah, maybe. But I mean, this is the same Ming who tapped Zinning here when I was saying that I was going to support Lan Zhao. So I don't know.
Not very smart.
Uh, it was this whole thing with the triple. Like it was a weird relationship, and again, a lot of it was that it was a whole bunch of different time zones, like legitimately, because it felt like I couldn't talk to Grug a lot of the time, and how our phases would go at this point and for the next like 3 years would it go, hey, we should probably peace out. I go, yeah, sure. How do we want to do that? And then I get no response, and then we keep attacking each other because it was whatever. Like that just kind of do be how it be sometimes.
Yep.
What happened with Portugal? Oh yeah, I lose. I lose Turkmenistan. That sucks. Not Portugal. That's Russia.
Turkestan. It's half of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, this was
Turkestan.
just yeah.
Listen, it was funny, Your Honor.
This is the natural
I don't
outcome
know,
of Mughals in Turkestan. Is yeah, it goes
perhaps,
badly.
but also I was being told, and I had it on good authority that Safavids was going to support Hold Me. They did not.
There's no reason for Safavids
Um,
to ever do that because this is where they have to go.
yeah, but
This is the
Safavids
problem
is
with being in
pious and kind.
Turkestan is this is the dot both powers really want to have. So if you're in it, you just don't have anything.
He's
Both
pious and
powers
kind,
team
though.
up to
I
invade.
trust. Uh, I think I say somewhere in my void, and I think it's year 2, year 3, year 4, especially, where it's like, man, I'm really glad that Varhe's here because I am absolutely getting carried right now. uh, let's see here. What happens in India? Do I end up taking a dot? I can't remember. I think I get
You should
Bellari.
get
No, I
Goa.
don't. Ah, well, I get Goa. That's what it was. Uh, but like a lot of India for me, it would be like you would make progress, and then I'd support hold because there's like 5 units in like 3
Yeah.
spots.
I would just push the line forward and then you would just dig the trench
I would just,
and then I would
yeah,
go over the top again in spring.
it worked. Listen, we eventually it worked. Uh, but
Yeah.
yeah, no. So I end up with Pegu, Ava, Goa. We go +1, I think, right?
We go better than +1, don't we?
Because
What are the
it might be
bits?
+2 because I retreat.
+3. Well, you disband 1, but we're +2 on docks, I'm
Disband.
pretty sure.
Go plus 2. Yeah, okay, that's what it was.
See,
But yeah,
look at
no, and
look at
then
that
I
core
convinced.
bombo.
Yeah, listen, it was cinema. It was goated. Uh, and then I get Grug to take off Yangchang because he's the goat, and then we keep attacking each other. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, I
but yeah,
so
no.
the problem
And
with
then Port
the problem
finally
with
starts taking shit from
from
fucking
India.
India off.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
The
It wasn't
problem
about what. It wasn't fall moves. It was winter. That's where I did. That's where I made my hay.
Yes. The problem with Ayutai taking this off and trying to work together again is that Varhi has no interest in working with me again the rest of the game.
Oh, but me and Grug are
She
besties. It's okay.
she tries to work with me once in like the third to last year of the game because she thinks she can get between Ching and I and survive. And the next
Yeah.
phase in that very fall, you guys executed her. You just killed her.
Yeah. Well, eventually Basil locks the fuck in and finally does something. This whole I don't know what the hell happened between Spain and the Dutch on spring, but the whole time half of my press with Spain and Dutch were like, "Hey, can you guys make friends so we can go attack IU?" And they'd go, "Yeah, sure." And then they'd
And then
do
not.
something together like productive, and then they'd be back at war because Spring made some move. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
no, no, that was weird.
But yes, these disbands in India are very nice because it means that I win. There's just
Thank
no
God.
way to defend for Portugal against the onslaught of armies because I can, like if I want, I can just force everything here. It's just all forced.
Yeah. That was the one thing that I forgot to talk about. Spain's in what is that? Chola and Cocos, not Spain. France's.
Yeah,
I asked what
France.
that was about. They went. I think it's funny to do this to my spring partner. You know what? Fair enough.
Yep.
And yeah, this
Yes.
amounts to nothing.
All right. Yes, fleet Ahmedabad. I like. We need more fleets. Army in Kabul is
Yeah,
required. Army in Bamo is pretty much required.
yeah.
Onwards to spring.
Nice.
Now the issue is at this point in the game, it's become very clear to me that we do not have good relations with like we're never going to be able to sustain alliances with like any of our neighbors really. Like maybe
No,
Portugal, but it's a tough sell. I think I try to work with IO here actually kind of, but also try to stab them.
makes sense.
You can see I'm like trying to proxy war against Dutch and she goes to Andaman instead.
Yeah,
Um Portugal, I get Portugal to go south. I'm basically like you should just go take Madurai. I'm going to take Bellari no matter what you do. So go away. And then there's some miscommunication over this move, and by miscommunication, I mean Portugal tells me that they're not going to Arabian Sea, so I put the one move in and the support hold Goa just in case.
yeah.
I don't land it, but Arabian Sea would be very nice in this position. Lots of
I'll
leverage.
agree.
I try to take Yarkand back. Basically, the rest of this game, my relationship with Russia is, Russia being like, "Oh, do you want to cooperate?" And I'm like, "Well, I mean, for us to cooperate, I'm gonna need Yarkand back."
Yeah.
And Russia says,
Oh,
"No." And I say, "Okay, well then you can just keep sitting in the corner then, dying to Ching. Good luck."
it was
Um,
just it was
yeah.
so weird.
I land this on Ming, which I'm pretty glad this is the tactic that I chose because this means that we don't lose Rinpungpa. I would really like not to have a Ming army here because, yeah.
Yeah, it just kind of runs in.
Yes.
Big glad.
Um,
Big glad.
yeah. IU is moving up the coast or whatever. It's weird. I don't understand why you wouldn't move here, but that's just me.
Meh.
And I think in retrospect, the way I should have planned out these moves is I should have tried to get this army in Vajrapahendra to Orissa so we could convoy it in. I think that would have been
Yeah,
very important.
yeah.
But if these disbands had been made by spring Portugal, I would have done it. But it was fall Portugal, so I mean, who knows what the spring Portugal, that madman, what's he gonna do?
Surely. Yeah, no. What was up with this? Because why wouldn't Kunming just Oh, well, no, because you're tapping both things. Never mind.
Yes.
Uh, yeah. All right. I don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah. Nothing. I got nothing. Like,
It's
because
straightforward.
then, yeah, it seems like a pretty simple phase. Like, you're still fucking with Safs, like, or Safs is still fucking with you because of the Arcan shit.
Yep.
but whatever.
Mildly annoying because Russia's walking an army towards him.
A little bit. Yeah, no, imagine that.
On to fall.
Yay. Yeah, that's what it was. I get into Chengdu and do I hold Kunming? I don't hold Kunming.
No, you lose
Uh
because yeah.
that yeah,
And we lose Zining here
this
to the
and I lose
Russians,
yeah,
and
this was a gross position because I'm
this
still thinking fucking so Safs tells me, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna support you into Yarkan now, surely." And so I don't support myself into Zinning, and that was my bad. I won't lie. Finna keep it a buck. Um, let's see here. We get into Tavoy. That's nice. We kick them out of Andaman. Uh, why didn't I? Why didn't I do the fucking Sikar down? I guess it would have been if like France taps me or whatever. This is confirmed. Whatever. That do be how it be. Uh, let's see here. Oh, why? I know that I had an explanation for why Ceylon doesn't get taken here, but I think it's EF
why
or not
Ceylon
EF.
doesn't get taken. Oh yeah, this is
Yeah,
FN. Yeah, I don't know. This is
it's
weird.
yeah, that's what it
Take the
was.
dots, man.
Uh, yeah, ID Killamau again. France was a little odd this game, but hey, it worked out for him. Uh, what does? Can you look at what Safs does? Because or like Safs does in the triangle. Because I can't remember. Yeah, because that was the whole thing was they were attacking. Or they were thinking that they were attacking the Ottomans with Russia, and that's why they're not working with us. And then Russia attacks them. And so, how the fuck did Ottomans end up in this position? Like, because this whole triangle,
I
the
don't
whole
know.
time it was just them playing musical chairs,
Just never made
and
any
nobody ever
sense.
does.
I just never
Yes,
really thought too hard about. I was just like, this is going to be chaotic, and no matter what they work out in spring, it's going to be broken up by fall because no one
just a
got a
little bit.
clean
Just
open out of this.
yeah, and that was a lot of like Ottoman press was them saying, "Hey, I do not like this Safovitz player. Do you want to go hit them?" I could go, "Yeah," and then I'd never have enough. I'd never want to or have enough units to go hit them. It's whatever. Uh, but yeah, no, this phase. I mean, at this point, a lot of it's just kind of like I'm moving units along the line, and I can't talk to any of my neighbors because they're all in different time zones.
Yeah.
Sag. Yeah, it's whatever. And then of course Russia's giving up to Qing, which was flooring me
Hey,
as well.
but on the bright side, both of our rushes had the same exact idea about doing this.
Yeah, they both wanted to suck ass at the game, which was
Yep.
awesome. Like IDK Lamau, IDK,
Well, if
and
Sapovitz had
so
like
they
done
give up.
this, then everything would have been good for
Yeah,
us.
it would
Russia
have
would
been
have retreated
great.
this way, so I understand why Saps did this, but like, you know.
Come on, dude. Like I don't know. I don't get why. Like, because like I kept talking to Russia. I kept going, "Hey, Ming's looking pretty strong, right?" And they went, "Yeah, no, let's work together. Let's work together." I'm thinking, "Oh yeah, well I gotta believe them. Surely this will be the phase when they wake up." They don't. So
Yes.
and
So,
then, like, you can see from Toku's dead.
oh, Toku's dead.
I think this is the phase where my Inuit subs out because he's that pissed about the fucking, he's that pissed about spring Inuits. Uh, which, yeah, because he just lets a stab get off, I think. This was Ink.
There's no counter to this. I mean, the counter I guess is you can go like here and backfill this, but even then I mean, it's only
Yeah,
a one dot difference and you're
this might not
still
be the phase either.
yeah, like this
Uh,
is just you're just dead here as Inuit
yeah,
against Ching.
no.
You just are.
But and a lot of it was yeah, I think yeah, the Inuit subs out. I think it's him and Ching, I want to say, are the only two people that like perma sub for our game.
Hmm.
And that was really sad. Because I think that Ink is good at tactics. But, I don't remember because who was Spring Inuit again?
I honestly did not pay Inuit was not relevant to me enough to pay attention.
That's so
Let
fair.
me recheck. They like let me I
Yeah.
vaguely remember an Inuit trying to get me to fight Ching, and I was always like,
Yeah,
I mean, I want to, but I can't yet.
yeah, that makes sense.
So
That makes sense.
let me go Council of Nations and check. Da, da, da. It was Curious Froor who I do not have that high of an opinion of as a player, I'm gonna be very honest. I find him very stubborn and inflexible in every position.
I I like Ferrari a lot. Uh, me and him met up IRL. We got sushi together. I
Nice.
do not like how he plays the game.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's I when I say, like, I don't like it, it's like I don't like how you play the game.
no, yeah, no. I think it's he's very steadfast in his beliefs, and I'm not. Uh, but this was a whatever phase. What do we go? I think we go plus like 2. I don't know.
Uh, yeah, +2.
But we're kind of
Was this
stalling a little bit,
were these
and we're in
armies
a bunch
you
of
or
weird
me?
positions. Yeah, no. Oh
No,
no,
were
this
these
was
armies you
gross.
or me? That's my question, I don't know.
I don't remember. Hold on. What phase is this?
Let's check.
Yeah.
1646 winter.
Uh, I can look in announcements. Um, let's see here. 1640s. Oh, they don't say when.
Oh, I can just look, 1 second. Let's see. Da, da, da,
Yeah,
da. This
because there was a.
was your build. You
Oh,
made these
fire.
builds.
Yeah,
Um, I would be partial to more fleets.
yeah. Well, because I think the fleet would have been
Go to
what
Katak.
Kolkata,
Katak.
Katak. Yeah.
You'd
Well,
wanna,
either way
like,
it goes.
jump down through here, basically?
Yeah. Well, I think at this point was I can't remember if it was at this point, but it was like Ching's getting strong. We probably should deal with that, but we can't.
Army
So
Deli good, I like.
yeah. Well, we
Unfortunately
needed Army Deli regardless.
unfortunately, don't have any other disbands here. I don't think so.
Gross. But no, and then this is where
Oh, no, they got rid of
I think
Australia for some reason, despite this being this Australia position is a better position than the India one.
then
Not
yeah,
because it's any
Magic
more survivable, but because this fleet can go here.
yeah, it can do things. This is where I think France and Spain end up death warring. I want to say,
This look, yeah, I mean that's a pretty sure sign of a France to Spain death
yeah,
warring.
or maybe not
Army
this
in
phase.
Barcelona.
Maybe it was the last phase or something. But and so France is having a sneaky good game that I'm not looking at,
Yep.
and then Ching is having a really good game that I am looking at and can't do anything about because Russia's throwing their dick at us. So
Yeah, I'm like
it's it, as
I try to negotiate with Russia here because this army in Zining is obviously dead if I do not help it survive.
yeah,
Um, and I'm like, okay, well, you can either give me back Zining and we can see about pushing you forward, or get this, you can give me back Yarkand, and I can get you into Turfan, and you can keep
yeah,
Zining. But Sarfat thought that was a dumb idea,
damn, that would have been really nice.
and I was like, okay, but if you don't do this, like, I'm down to like I will just support Ching into Zining so you lose it because
Yeah,
like I hate you more than Ching if you're not gonna like if you're not gonna take the easiest proposal to take in this position, right? Like, what are like you? There's no point in having goodwill with you ever, so I may as well just accumulate goodwill with Ching because maybe Aeolus on Ching will be more receptive to making bad moves later.
surely.
But yes, I will just look at moves. You'll see I went for Xining. They pulled these moves on me.
Yep,
Ming,
yep,
I'm annoyed at Ming here. This is a bad idea, Ming. You're just wrong.
yeah. But I don't know, like that just do be how it be sometimes. You're not because with the IU tap, you're never holding it. So
Yeah, and in retrospect, I should have done this in retrospect. But I thought I had
yeah,
Ming on, Ming on side here, and I thought that
that
Ayutthaya
kind of
would
seems to
use
be
this.
that seems to be the theme of the video where we think that we have Ming on side. Ming's
hmm
not.
Yeah, there was like some negotiations with Ching that I had in between phases here, which was about a long-term border, and I basically
Yeah,
said to him like, I don't think you can get Chengdu from me. I think I'm going to have that in the long term, and I turned out to be tragically wrong. But
yeah,
if my analysis had been like if if things went as planned here, then I would have been very correct. So I didn't feel terrible about being wrong about that.
yeah.
Hmm.
And then what? Gores to take back Yarkand, surely, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's to apply
Yeah,
more pressure to your arcane.
yeah, and I think this is where we start because we started last phase, or at least I did. I remember where we just start moving armies out of southern India because we don't get want to get stuck with like five of them.
Yeah, this goes. This is just to like get it north a bit. The rest I keep
Yeah,
down here because they're still useful for the time
yeah.
being. Um, but I used
Ugh.
Port Madras earlier, which I think is really good because being able to just pump fleets directly into Bay of Bengal saves us a lot of time
No,
and effort.
it was so fire. That was such a good core.
So we built a few
Uh,
fleets, a fair few fleets there.
I remember I ended up starting to run a bit later on where every time you get builds, I would just tweak out in public press about how many fucking fleets were going down
We need
because I thought it was
fleets.
funny. Fleets, more fucking fleets. There were so many.
We needed
And what
fleets.
kills me, what kills me later on is that I don't think we end up in INO until literally like the second to last year of the game.
We didn't end up in INO, but we ended up in Sambas. Spoiler.
I know. It was so sick.
It was so I did not like plan that at all. It's just like, okay, I mean,
No.
I guess.
Well, we can talk about that when we get to it, but I have some fucking questions about that phase.
Oh god. Yeah, there were some moves
Yeah,
that were made. Um
yeah.
so the funny thing about Chengdu being forced to retreat is you just
You get
it's just
into
there.
yes.
I just put that there and I was like,
Yeah.
"Ah, we'll see if you can handle it." Now,
I
honestly,
was so
in
sad. I
well because here the correct response from Ming is, "Hey, Mughals, you can have Nanking. Would you please support hold me in Chengdu?"
yeah,
And
yeah, I
yeah,
go to because I'm
yes.
talking to Ching too, and me and Ching and again, me and Addy have been getting along really well this game, which, you know, seems to be all of everybody but our neighbors I'm getting along really well with. Imagine that.
Hmm,
Uh we're talking, she's going, yeah, no, I'll take and we draw out this border where I think I end up with Zinning, Chengdu, and then I eventually give her Nanking, I think, once she takes like Formosa and shit.
yep,
And I'm like, surely this works out. Surely this works out. And I had tried to support her into Peking. Nope, she just takes Chengdu. Ah well, that do be how it
yep.
be.
Yeah, that's very
Uh
sad.
yeah. Oh yeah. We lose fucking Ava. That was so Machiavellian.
Yeah,
Uh
this center we cannot afford to lose. Like just
yeah,
tactically, Ava is way more important to not lose than Pegu. If we lose Pegu, we can just take it back with the fleets that we always build.
yeah,
But losing Ava, now the retreats like the retreats that Varhi
yeah.
can file
That was a
or Grug can file is like up here, and
that was a little gross. We
we
get Kunming. That was nice. But no, at this point, like I'm glad that we've still got all these India dots. Or all of them. We've still got three more.
coming
But
in.
we're kind of stalling everywhere else. Uh uh let's see here. We get into Andaman. Like what happened with Pegu? Not Pegu. What happened with Andamans and
Hold it.
I'm support holding. That's what it was.
Hold the Dutch.
Me and the Dutch are still getting along fine, but again, they're still attacking Spain for some god only knows reason. And so, like, Spain, like what? IU has two fleets, three fleets, four fleets.
Yep.
IU has four fleets and like six armies or something, and nobody's hitting them. And like, at some point, how much can you do? Like,
Hmm.
no, no, it was weird. Uh, Army Rock goes into Pegu. Yeah, no, this was a gross phase for me. Mostly because I thought that I did better press than I actually did. But I think that me and this is funny because there's an army in Sind, but I think me and Safs end up finally getting along this phase. So yeah, that's what it was. Unfortunate that it doesn't matter
This was
because
yeah that was not gonna happen. I don't think.
yeah. Ah well, ah well. Surely we'll end up at the Arcand. Surely we'll end up at the Arcand by the end of the game.
Although if we're gonna
Surely.
take Xining, the mover should be Rinpungpa, probably.
Yeah, you're correct. You
Hmm.
wanna go to the next phase?
Sure.
Cool.
Um, Bills, Portugal. Was this you or
Gross.
me?
I think this was you because I
Yes,
remember
this was
asking
me.
Oliu.
This was me.
I ended up asking Oliu. are these really coin flips? Because I'm pretty sure we've just traded off builds every phase,
It's great.
and I
Um,
think we
yeah, I get Portugal to pull all of India off this phase because I mean he's dead.
thank
He
fuck.
is, and I promise to attack like Safavids or whatever, which I'm not really committed to, but like I guess I can do it. I put a
Yeah,
fleet in Madras because that's just pretty cool.
yeah,
Problem with fleet in Madras is Dutch take it as like a sign of hostility. Like okay, maybe it's a
yeah.
sign of hostility, but you need me, so deal with it.
It was
Ivan
fire,
takes
and
off
then
2 fleets because Varhi has no interest in ever working with me again, despite my proposals.
makes sense. Won't lie.
Yep, and that's about it for Bill. I build an army. We need army Sasaram. It's just required to hold
Yeah,
everything together.
wish Obama was open. It's so sad.
Yeah. Otherwise, Safavids is like dying. Poland is dying. England is dying. Yeah,
A lot
pretty
of people
much.
are dying. France and Spain are looking good.
Oh yeah, totally. I
Totally,
mean, I guess over here,
that'll hold
Spain's
up.
looking pretty good.
Yeah,
Yes.
that'll hold up. Really.
So we go to spring moves, and I try to take the Arcane back again. This was a pretty unexpected move, I think. I don't think they were looking at this. Um,
Surely.
I do get Ming on side here though, because my Preston Ming is like, okay, but if you don't work with me here, you're just literally dead on the spot. So you
Yeah.
should work with me. And Ming agrees with that idea. Ming should work with me. Problem is we like lose Kun Ming to Ayu because the tactics are screwy. Um,
Mhm.
and just get outguessed here. It's a guess basically, and I lose it. Um, but
Yeah.
but Russia does lose Xining, which is satisfying for me, and I can go to Sarvet and be like, "I told you so, you idiot! You were going to lose that dot without my help,"
Eh,
which
you
is a
know,
really compelling
shit happens.
quest line.
I'm sure that only helped your guys' relationship later on.
Also, I filed a convoy
Sick.
go up to Sind to enable us to murderize Safavids as needed,
Thank
which
God.
which I
Uh,
think was good. Like you said, we have to get these armies out of southern India. I did
yeah,
talk
and
to
I mean it's the
Ajran.
only direction that they can go other than
I
shoving more armies into the
I
meat
talked
grinder that
to
is Ayatollah.
I talked to Azeron about like, hey, do you think we could like, you could put me an army here in Mazartine? And I almost got
Yeah,
him to do it, but the eventual answer was no because Azeron was basically janissarying for Abyssinia at this point, and
that makes
Abyssinia
sense.
didn't want to have a Mughal army in Mazartine. But if I had landed that convoy, it would have been really good.
Would have
So
been so sick. It would have been so sick.
yeah,
Oh,
France is like weird. I don't know.
oh, and then France is moving up. That was the other thing. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
France is in the area. France is doing good.
Yay!
Yeah,
Was that a,
otherwise,
was that
I
Congo, Madagascar?
what?
Can you scroll back down? Was that Congo and Madagascar? What the fuck?
I don't know.
I'm not gonna ask.
We yeah,
Whatever.
we don't think about that.
That's not our area. I don't care.
And then I get into core and coaching because I want to build more fleets. And that's a really
Yeah,
good spot to build fleets for Mughals. We can build fleets there. We can get anything.
I love fleets. They're so much fun.
Yep. And if I didn't do that
We
convoy, I would have cored Goa as well,
yeah.
which also
I don't
would
think
be a
I
pretty good core.
did. I don't think I started one core this game, but this was the game that I cored more than any other game.
You just saw me do
Normally, I
it.
hate doing it.
Well, I mean, as
Yeah.
Mughals, you just end up with so many armies in southern India that like
Oh yeah.
also Netherlands.
Oh,
This is a temp sub Netherlands, and he
I
stabs me over
like.
this. I had a
Oh
I had a decent hold on regular Netherlands, but they like temp sub out here for a bit, I think, and this one decides that I wanted to stab them, which isn't the case really. I mean, I wanted Ceylon obviously, but I didn't have any
yeah,
interest in like Sumatra or Indonesia. This was not where I was looking. I was like, I want to do
yeah,
this and I want to do this.
yeah. Was a little confused by this phase because I we end up getting it back, and it's like I haven't moved out of Bay of Bengal. Why have I not moved out of Bay of Bengal? What the fuck is happening? Why is the Dutch back? Like
Yep.
a lot of it. If it's like I think like from here on out, it kind of feels like it's like okay, I feel like this problem was solved. Why is this problem back again in fall? Like I don't know.
Let's
It
see.
was weird. Uh,
Yes, there's
this is
like
my
this.
phase, I think.
Yeah, this is your phase.
Yeah. spring. So I think I literally pitched the exact same idea to Moogles, where it's, hey, if you don't work with me, you die. Except, yeah, it didn't work as well.
Yeah, Ming. Oh, this Ming does not
This thing
even.
does not like me. And I think that's perfectly valid. I won't lie. Uh, let's see here. Yeah,
Almost
no,
occupied again. No,
I know. Imagine that.
my army
Um,
build.
we lose. Oh yeah, we don't get Ava. That was awesome. Uh, do we? Who's
No,
in Pegu again?
we get Pegu back.
Ayu. That one. Yeah, that's what it was. We take Pegu back. We lose Ayu again. We keep Tavoy somehow. That's what it was.
You still have control over your unit,
Uh,
so we land Bay of Bengal.
yes. Uh, thank God. No, and again, me and my goat, me and my goat, Artima. He goes, "Hey, if you ever stab me, I will entomb you." I don't know what that means. Fair enough, dude.
Yep.
Like Mapuche ends up Mapuche takes
Ceylon.
Ceylon. That's what this phase was.
That's enables us to finish our core. Good enough.
Yep. Listen.
This unit to show
And
up on
then
us was psychotic, by the
and
way.
then oh yeah, this is the one where it was I go to, or Meepster comes to me and he goes, "Dog, we've been getting along so well. There's no way you'd ever stab me here, right?" I go, "No, no, no, no. Surely not. You just have to support me into Yarkand." He doesn't, because he can't.
Hmm.
And I don't think he noticed, which was nice. But no. And then I stab him, and then he's really sad. But you know what? Fuck you. Get me into Yarkand. Uh, let's see here. Yeah, no. IU front. Um, it goes bad. Everything else looks all right. Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? You know,
Yeah, this IU front seems like a result of trusting Ming a bit too much.
just a skosh.
And
Just a skosh.
also, let's see. No, there was never any
I
play,
didn't.
so I
I didn't
knew.
really expect the malice in her heart for me that Lexi seemed to have. And that I really should have. Finna keep it a buck.
It certainly
But you know what?
appears here that Lexi's priority was less on survival and more on spite, which is cringe.
And you know what? I rate it. That's fire.
You can
Like I'd do the
hey,
same thing if
but
I were in her shoes.
you can only do
But
spite if you survive. If she had lived here with Peking and Nanking, which she would have been able to, she would have been able to do because this unit was the one cutting, right? So
yeah.
if she had lived here, she could have ruined our position in next fall.
Oh
But
yeah.
instead, she's just a
But
mild inconvenience.
yep. You know what? And I appreciate her contributions to this game. No, I don't. She fucked us over. It was sad, but
If
I
you
get
want
it.
to do spite, you need to use your brain.
Year. That do be how it be sometimes. That do be how it be.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I think I talked about everything that I need to, question mark. Yeah.
Builds.
Yay. Aw.
Let's see, what year? 1648 builds.
Yeah. And we're still in fourth. We end up in fourth for like a long time in this game.
Yes. Well, I have these builds. So we need an army to fight, Ayutthaya,
Duh.
and we need a
Yeah.
fleet in Ahmedabad because someone decided we were going to be in Strait of Hormuz.
It's a fireplace to be. It's a fireplace to be, you know? They're
But like
blockading it for a reason.
we could have been down here. Maldives was annoying the whole game. I wanted that dot so badly because it's a springboard to greater dots down the road. And it just took so long to get it because we never had the units next to it.
we, we needed to be in Strait of Hormuz to go attack Safavids.
Well, Portugal, really.
Well, that too.
Mhm.
God, Portugal was Machiavellian.
I told Portugal, like, hey, we're friends. You don't have to worry about us. And then I was proven wrong like 17 different times.
Listen. Shout out, Enderman. Shout out. I kept going to him and I kept going, "Hey, we're besties, right?" And he would go, "No," and I go, "All right, fair enough." Oh, my other bit. I liked. So you're talking about how good the Azeron position was a little bit, like maybe like an
Oh,
hour ago. It's terrible now.
oh,
At this point in the game, I think I at Arctic every phase, and I go, "Dude, it's looking grim for us." I just say it's looking grim for us, and he told me to fuck off, and that was really fun. Because, neither of us look like we're going to win. But, two different types of not winning.
yeah. There's one where it's close but no cigar, and the other one where you're dead.
listen, what's
Someone
the
lit the
better type of
cigar
loss?
and
Loss,
someone lit the cigar and made you swallow it.
yeah. What's the better type of loss? Losing by 30 or losing by 1, you know? Like,
Well, we shall see.
we shall see.
Spring moves. These happened. God, we have so
Yeah.
many fucking more phases. This game went a while. Yeah, so Severance wanted Herat back, and they got it.
I yeah,
Yep.
one day.
This was like a counterproductive move for me, hoping that we'd be able to get Yarkan, but that was never going to be the case because Severance was not going to cut boost
Early
down
will get
for
to
us.
Arcane.
I try to
And
support
yeah,
into Kunming just because I don't like Ayutthaya, and it doesn't
yeah,
work.
makes sense. And your assessment on Chengdu is proven wrong.
Yep, yep. Chain gets it. I
So sad.
decide that an army in Sumacho would be very funny,
It was. I liked it a lot.
so we do it. It's just really good.
I thought it was great.
It gives us all this leverage with the Dutch.
Yeah.
And
Damn,
so
leverage is like
far,
the word of the day.
I like leverage. It's
Do we
good.
pop? We pop ping? Yeah, we do.
Yes. No, no,
Fire.
no. We get
No,
Sukotai and Ping goes to Pegu.
that's what it was. Yeah,
Yep.
that was weird. Oh yeah, this is where I came up with the phrase. It wasn't hernia. It was Sisyphus dots, because we end up with these like 3 random ass dots behind the front line.
hmm
You go, yep, look at these Sisyphus dots. It's fire,
I mean, the way
and
it
they end
hits
up helping
is
a lot.
yeah. If we win, well, the thing is if we ever win the guesses in this type of position against Ayutthaya, they just die. They're dead.
Oh yeah,
So
no, it's
you
great.
just do it enough, and you'll win eventually.
Yeah, surely,
Surely
surely.
we'll win eventually.
Yeah, no. Uh,
Yes, and then I just moved to
yeah, I
Donkey
see.
because I want to occupy as many units as possible. I want to be able to apply pressure to Dongkin if I need to. I
Yeah,
want them
no,
to have
I
less incentive to cover Lansang, just in case I want to do that.
yeah, no. Yosoi is big picking up what you're putting down. Yeah, for sure. Uh, yeah, no, we're. I'm noticing that you're going south and trying to hit Maldives when that's not what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be putting more units in Arabia.
Hey, which of us eventually you'll see which of us put more units in Arabia, okay? But yes, I'm moving from Maldives. I think this is a really important center to have.
Yeah,
And France is not happy with me, but I don't care.
I'd imagine. I remember reading back
Yeah,
yours and France's press. It was tragic.
yeah. I did not do much press with Fiend because my entire assessment of his press was you're lying to me,
Yeah, that makes
and
sense.
he was, and he got very upset. I just muted the press channel, and he was like clearly not happy about it. But I'm like whatever. I don't. It's not gonna have any impact on your moves.
Yeah,
Like,
so
cause
sad.
like I was like, hey, I want Maldives. I'm gonna take it. And his response was like, well, I'm gonna get the Dutch to kill you. It's like, okay, well,
Sure
now that
did.
you've
Yeah,
made that
okay,
threat,
buddy.
I'm just gonna build more fleets, and we're
Yeah,
never gonna have peace.
so sad. It's so sad.
Maldives
Surely
are
that
a
won't affect
Mughal
us.
dot. Correct. Yes.
Surely.
Otherwise, the position in like this area is pretty stable and good and easy to
Yes.
hold. There's
Keep staring at the fucking convoy. It's so
it is
stupid.
it is so stupid, but it's unironically a good convoy in this position.
Like I think I hold it this next
Yeah,
phase.
well,
I can't.
because I remember after because between this spring and the next one, the previous Dutch comes back, and he's very
Yes.
confused at why there is a Mughal army in Aceh. He's
Yeah.
very confused.
All right. It's starting to make a little bit more sense because I'm thinking, oh, this is the start of our Dutch stab for some
No, we were
reason.
fighting Dutch for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we did not
And
have a good
then
relationship.
nothing comes of it for the next like year. And I was like, all right, sure, why not?
There were some shenanigans I proposed down the line, and we'll see. Fall.
A little bit of chicanery, a little bit of dark academia.
Wait,
Uh,
this is spring.
this is the same phase, I think.
Good spring. Okay,
Yeah.
let's.
Here we go.
Okay, I just got spring twice. 1 second.
Oh, Machiavellian.
1649 fall. This is the problem with having to go between two different Discord servers to get all your phases.
Oh, it was gross because I started like I was in the process of moving them all into like different tabs that so that way I'd be able to see. And then you went, oh,
Use
well, I can take
paint.net.
care of it. And I was like,
Actually, I say
God.
use paint.net, but you can only use paint.net for this if you have like 40 gigs of RAM to spare.
Yeah, no. Listen, I play this game as God intended on my 2016 Mac.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, that'll do it.
uh, I don't have I don't have 6 gigs to spare. You think I got 40?
Well, we arrive in
I don't think
fall.
I got 6 gigs on in general on this damn thing.
Let's look at that. Look at that convoy. There you
Yeah,
go.
that's what this was. Yes. Oh, I was so happy with this move. Oh, yeah. No, we end up in fucking in Vandara Boss. We lose Herat again. Whatever, you know.
We
Is
could
this
have
the
had it
phase that we
back.
finally take the Ava? Yeah, because I remember us like pussyfooting around Ava this whole game, and we end up in it. Um, and yeah,
Getting
no,
Kunming.
this was the fire phase. This is the phase where I can finally end up fucking talking to Grug, and we finally end up saying, "All right, we gotta work together now. We have to work together. We got this." Um, and then I
You both
think,
lie.
yeah, and then he surely we do it. And then yeah, no, we lose what is that? Sukid Thai or whatever it
Super tight.
is.
That's fine.
But
That's
we
fine.
take Ava, we take Kunming, we end up in we hold. I was told by the Dutch that they were very upset
Oh, okay.
by the old lock
What are they
move.
gonna do? Cry about it?
Yeah, no, he said, "All right, I'm gonna pop it and then I'll destroy it." And he goes, and I go, "Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Yep.
Fuck
Try.
you."
Try.
But yeah, no, this is I remember this. This is the phase that finally the IU's like kind of fucked.
Yes.
Oh my god, this I hated the Ayatollah front.
That's why we shouldn't have started it.
Listen, listen. I still stand by the phase. I still stand by the stab.
No.
I still stand by it. I won't lie.
Bad stab.
Uh,
I cry.
maybe do better moves. I don't know. Like,
I did the best
uh,
moves available so far.
yeah, find better moves. Mighty Kalamau. So far, yeah. Noticing foreshadowing.
Tragedy.
Uh, Yeah, that's for damn sure. Uh, we hold. Yeah, no, but we take Bandar with a convoy, and it was my favorite convoy that I did. I
Problem with
I
taking
was so
Bandar with a
happy.
convoy is that a fleet is objectively a better unit to have there.
Okay, but listen. What's cooler?
Listen, at least the
Question
army
mark.
down here has some use, you know?
Um, move the army up. The army can just go up. Surely,
Hmm.
surely that army does something productive this game. Surely.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Builds. Ming is dead.
Finally.
And I think I had
Oh
these.
yeah,
I'm
I
gonna guess
built.
I had these. Oh, was this your builds?
These were
Oh
mine
yeah, because I would have done
because
fleet Metabot 100% of the time here.
no, I did army at Metabad because I saw this convoy.
If you want to do this, I mean, I did. Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Well, actually, did I don't know if I did. No, you're gonna like my moves. I did a better convoy. I think I did, anyways.
Yeah, because I wanted the convoy to shriek, and then I thought, yeah, we keep building, we keep churning out fleets because we're the damn navy.
Yep.
We can afford a
Well,
stupid army to do something
more
stupid.
armies won't do anything on this front.
No, no, we can afford to do something
Also,
stupid.
Iotai disbanding the
So
fleet in Macau, an underratedly bad move.
yeah,
Like,
well, it's to go fuck with, or it's to keep
it's the
fucking with
spike.
us.
It's the spike disband. Where like, if you were trying
Yeah.
to survive an IO here, without question, that's the unit that gets taken off the
Oh,
board.
100%. Uh, fucking this was the IU phase where yeah, they take off 2 fleets and they have 1 fleet and like 4 armies, I think. That's so cool.
And
That's
they're all
so cool.
confused
I
on
don't
why I'm
blame them.
hard committing to killing them. Huh. Wonder why that could be.
No idea. No idea.
So, yes, I do the Ahmedabad convoy because I want to make sure I take Ceylon.
Yeah.
Although I'm gonna be honest, I think that the better moves here against Portugal, the better move probably is like something like this, where you just
Almost certainly.
nail it down.
But
But
again, what's cooler? What is cooler,
oh,
Your Honor? What is cooler?
I picked up what you were putting down. You litterer.
Yeah.
You're littering. Can't have that.
Yeah.
And then it's just a bunch of holding off Ayutthaya. I get Yongchang
Yeah.
to kill itself almost, except retreat.
We're freezing
Because,
Ava. That's what it was. This is where
but,
we start losing Ava for like 3 phases.
but like this makes no sense. Why? What is this move? What are you trying to achieve?
I don't know questions. I don't know. Like,
Like what?
figure out. No.
Like
Like,
why would Ayutthaya move the army to see? It's never going to do anything. All you did was
oh,
make
it
so you
goes
have,
like Sudong, surely. I guess.
I guess, except this fleet's always going to be dislodged. So I don't know what
I
you're
don't know.
playing at. Yes,
That's
because if Ayutthaya acts logically here and like support holds the unit, then Yongchang is gone and everything is perfect.
well, yeah. Except they didn't, and we lose Ava again.
With inferior moves.
Truly, truly.
I mean,
How
it's
the
fine
fuck?
though
What were you?
because I get the Dutch back on sign.
What was Animan C doing?
It it convoyed the army and Ikeda to Voi,
Oh, yeah,
which
fairs.
means now we can get the kill. Which I think it's more important.
Thank
I think that's one of the reasons that I put the army in Ikeda is now I have the leverage to actually get a goddamn army here.
Finally.
Also, I lied to the Dutch and said they could have it and then bounced them.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I won't lie. I was very confused on how you got it gone, but that's nice.
You looked and you're like, what?
Well, that's kind of how it felt. It was like, all right, sure, whatever. We've got units here now. Like,
Yep. The army to Voi is really good though. That was like, we had the
oh,
nail on the
oh,
head.
favorite unit, favorite unit.
It was worth losing Ava.
Yeah, I won't go that far. It's whatever. We're fine. We're fine.
Huzzah! Yeah, Ayutthaya is
Do
just
we take Arcane back? No, we don't.
we never will. There's no chance of it happening.
What? I believe.
In retrospect,
Oh
could
yeah.
have killed Safavids.
Yeah.
This would have
Listen,
been a better move probably, but even then there was a
this
retreat to Sind unless I move up the coast, which I guess I could have. Yeah, probably better.
pigs and
Yeah,
carrots.
just to run this like
Pigs and carrots.
this.
You know.
Let's see, and they have 2 units, so you have to do all of these.
Yeah. No.
Even
It's a
then, you're
very
picking
funny
Russia.
two armies that we have in Safavids.
Yeah, this is weird.
A little bit.
It lets me keep Safavids kind of on side though, but not really because of this support. Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. Again, like I had really good relationships with, or I had a pretty decent relationship with my
Oh, did I
Safavids going
misorder
into like
this fleet?
partially because of that. What the
Did I misorder this
dog?
fleet? I didn't even realize that at the time. I don't. Let me.
Oh yeah, because this is where I start yelling at you really hard. Because I see that we lose Ava, and I see that Bea has not moved for 2 phases in a row, and I think I start going, Varhi, what the fuck are you doing?
Hmm,
No, it was fire.
what year is this? 1650 spring moves. Okay.
Hmm.
Oh yes, I mistyped the orders because I did. So this set of orders, I did at work. And I
Yeah,
was working at H&R Block at the time, and we
gotcha.
were doing. It was let's see. Um, it was the day that my boss decided to come to the office. So
Oh,
so I so I did not have any time at all to think about moves. I just spent like
that-
15 minutes on moves, and I was like done.
that's so fair. I know damn well that I think I did most of my units during my plan periods. So
Although I really wish I had done this though, because
yeah, that would have been really
would have
nice.
been would have been really nice to have that there. But you know, there are worse misorders to make.
Yeah.
Like
Uh,
what's a wait, did I?
no, you did spring.
Oh well, here's fall.
There we go. Yay.
I guess I got spring
We
next.
get Harat after I think I told Meep, hey, I'm not gonna take Harat, I'm gonna go for Yarkand again, surely.
Hmm,
And then I don't. So But I think this is, yeah, I think he pops me. Oh, yeah, because we said that we were going to work together. He said, yeah, no, I'm going to support Bandara Boston to Keshem. And I go, yeah, no, totally. I believe that. I have a tendency to believe my friends. What can I say?
Well, I imagine he
Uh,
wanted to backfill it, so this is all a bunch of reasonable moves in that case.
oh, yeah. No, it's fire.
Now the problem with
Uh,
this tactic is on you gotta expect this is gonna be the you
listen,
gotta get in
listen.
there.
Occasionally, okay, so this might have been a phase where I wasn't looking super hard at what moves I was supposed to do.
I mean, I can criticize you a bit, but like
I'm aware. I'm aware. No, and we can get into some of your interesting moves a little bit later,
oh,
certainly.
come on. I mean,
No, no, don't me, asshole. Uh, let's see here. What happens with IU? We lose Kunming. That's fire. But we get uh
Ava.
Suckin whatever.
We get Ava keep super hard.
Uh
We get Ayutthaya as well because you somehow have the Dutch on side again.
yeah,
Um,
because
yeah,
the Dutch are my best friend.
fair
Uh
enough.
let's see.
Yeah, Ayutthaya
Yeah, no.
is
This
removed from
yeah, IU's
circulation.
dead. This is the
Ayutthaya,
phase where oh, I remember this phase. This was the phase where finally Basil says, "All right, I think me and the Dutch are going to work together to stop Qing. We're gonna, or at least like that's what I'm getting pitched." And then the Dutch comes to me and says the same thing. I'm like, yes, finally, yay! And so they're finally attacking. Thank God.
and then we
This might
lose
have been last phase.
Rinpungpa and Kunming, and it's sad.
Yep. Listen, mistakes may or may not have been made. Oh, I forgot to tell this other story. So I was talking about like a few hours ago how me and Varhi look through the countries together occasionally.
Hmm.
Uh, so one of our other friends was asking, "Hey, you guys should or we should hey, do you guys have a recommendation of like who to play?" And we start like we're in a VC together and we're looking through the unit or we're looking through different things and our other friend, she goes, "Hey, what if I play IU?" And then Varhi goes, "Well, me and Zonk can't really talk about that. Uh or we're not allowed to discuss tactics about that." And I'm thinking that should have been my first clue of like, oh, something's changed here. This is my partner. But we're attacking IU and we're making good progress to IU. And so my immediate thought process was, oh, no. She's just saying that we can't talk about IU tactics because we're attacking IU. And so I really thought that my partner was her. Like,
That's
especially at
tragic.
this point in
You
the game.
spent this whole time,
Yeah.
literally, you game ruined her,
Oh yeah.
and
No,
which is,
it's
well,
fire. Listen, it's
well,
hilarious in retrospect.
I say that, but
Because
also in
yeah, no,
retrospect, I
I
game
stab her and I
in
stab her and I
retrospect.
say, "Sorry,
What?
Varhi, I just don't want to talk to an Australian." And turns out,
Oops. See, and then
oops.
and then I helped ruin Salt's game too. So
Yeah. Listen, clearly, all this is saying is that of our duos, we are the two better people. Do not look at any other games. Listen, we're good. It's all good. It's all good in the neighborhood. I don't think I got anything else to talk about with this phase. I wish I did better fucking SAFs tactics, but other than that, you know. I stopped attacking Yarkand. I don't know if you keep doing it the rest of the game. I'm
oh,
assuming you do.
I keep it. I keep going whenever I get the chance.
Fucker.
Yeah, it's our dot. I think I get builds here because wait,
Yeah,
wait.
I think
Yes,
so.
it's the right phase.
Yeah,
Fleets. We need more fleets.
yeah.
I mean, we have enough armies. We don't need more armies. We need more fleets.
Oh yeah. No, and I think this is especially where I start doing my bit where I'm tweaking about how many fleets we have.
Yeah, my general idea here is to get Ceylon into INO and put the army in Ceylon to guard it and core it.
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
it's just good.
what I really wanted to do is I wanted to get into Australia. I wanted to
I
convoy to Australia.
I wanted to like just conquer. At this point, I'm looking at Indonesia because the Dutch are being
Yeah,
non-cooperative, and we have all these fleets that can just crush them.
yeah. We're a little bit all dressed up with nowhere to go. That do be how it be.
Yes.
Is this the phase that you hit him?
That I what?
Is this the phase that you stab him?
Oh, I've been a I. This is not the no. The phase I stabbed Dutch was like, you know,
Well, then what the fuck
here.
happened?
This is when I
Can,
stabbed Dutch.
oh, yeah, no, obviously. Well, then how the fuck do you get into Real? Like,
Do I get into what?
because can you, is this the phase that you get into Real?
Oh, this?
Because I think, yes.
Well, let's see about that. It's been a
Yeah.
while. Yeah. In retrospect
Because that
here,
was,
maybe instead of Fleet Cochin, I should have done like Army Ahmedabad.
whatever.
Um,
Like,
like I don't know.
and just keep
France
convoying.
took Fleet Cochin really poorly, but don't really
What?
care what France thinks.
Whatever. Fiend be fiend.
Boom. I don't get into Real. Oh, I get forced out. That's what happened. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, well, I can
Because,
go here or I can go here,
yeah,
but here's a free dot. So,
correct.
but
Because
taking the free dot,
me and my Dutch start talking about it, and we're going, oh, we must have, or oh, this must be a stab. Like somehow you got Spring Dutch to work with you, and then you stabbed them. Because there's no way we'd end up in Riyadh with free sampas.
mm,
There's no way.
this is where there was like a dispute over Maldives, I think, because this move from Dutch is like psychotic.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, I had no. This is just not a move
Yeah,
you should make in this position. There are so many better things you can do with this fleet. Like, I don't know.
unless you pissed off the Dutch apparently.
I guess, yeah. I mean, because like, imagine if in this position instead the Dutch support held that
Yeah,
and then put the fleet, you know, or like,
they're
or use this
yeah.
to put that there. Like, can you imagine how much better their position would be?
Oh no, but also like, is this because this isn't where the Dutch start dying quite yet? But
Well, this
like
is one of the dumb decisions that will take you there. You get
a lot of our neighbors end up making kind of odd decisions that are purely to, kind of punk us for some reason in this game. I can't imagine why, like
well, Ayutthaya was doing it from the start. Although Ayutthaya here starts, this is where Ayutthaya tries to cooperate with me to survive.
makes sense.
Um,
What the? Oh, yeah.
yes, the idea here is this is a Russia's helping too. This is where everyone finally works together against Qing a little bit.
Finally.
Yes, and so we get this nice tactic to blow up Sangpa and to ensure that we can retake Rinpungpa in the fall, which I'm
Yeah, yeah.
quite happy with. It's a good time. Um,
Ugh.
yes, it's good. We get back over here. Yeah, we get that retreat. It's just a very good phase to be me. Um,
Yeah. No, go team Muggles. Go team Muggles.
let's see.
Uh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we end up
you didn't run the tactics to take Maldives,
no, I didn't because I forgot.
but
It was fire.
but
Oh, that's what it was. It was uh was this the face? No, it wasn't. Uh Never mind. Yeah, this is just me fucking up. This is me wanting to go keep attacking Safavids. Uh
sure.
let's see here. Yeah, no. Let's see. I take Kunming. I don't get into Rinpunga because fuck me.
Oh yeah. Oh, because
Uh
Ayutthaya saw this and decided to fight us here. Okay, that's really funny.
yeah.
Like what?
uh I use dead. Like
Yes,
that's all that
that's
matters.
that's what I said earlier. I was like, Ayutthaya tried to work with me for one more phase and died on the spot from it.
Yeah. Well, again, because at this point, me and IU hadn't talked for like a month, and me and Basil start really talking this phase, and I go, "Hey, do we just want to fuck with the Dutch, and we're just gonna fuck with them, and then we're gonna fuck up IU, we're just gonna run this
You
shit."
complete my core on Ayutthaya as well. It's great. If we can ever be
It's
the
a
fleet
good
there.
card, and it sucks
Yeah.
because we never get to use it.
Ugh, so painful.
That was so sad.
But yeah, Vision
Well,
and
because
Ceylon, good.
because you core a lot this game, and a lot of it was like, oh well, I'm sure she's got an idea of what we're supposed to do. like, like what shit?
I mean, there's just nothing better to do with this fleet in Ayutthaya.
Literally, well, it's an army, and so it's
Or
like I
army,
guess it
yeah,
goes
triple
down
army.
to
Like we could
yeah.
just stab
Well, so
Siam,
like
but I don't think we will.
Siam's doing nothing, or like I don't want to leave,
Yeah, like
and so
yeah,
it's
keep
either our email lets me complete the core or lets me keep knock on,
yeah,
and that works.
that's a good idea.
Uh, let's see here. I can't remember. This might have been the. Yeah, no, we don't get into Yarkand, believe it or not. Uh,
Hmm.
yeah, and then we lose Madurai because fuck you.
Just
Um,
some slight annoyances.
Just a skosh, just a skosh. I start coring Ceylon because core Ceylon is really funny.
Yes.
Uh, let's see here. Uh, can you go to the next phase? I can't remember what my retreat was, but I think I'm getting mad at myself for this retreat because yeah, I know I go down to no in to melee instead of up to
Where?
Nakon, and that's weird.
Oh, here.
I think
Yeah, this.
or
Yeah,
to Void.
this retreat is just worse. I'm not gonna
No, it
lie.
is worse. Yeah, no, I was kicking myself after that.
I mean, I guess it's better for like getting in here,
It gets further in. That was
but
my thought, but
like
whatever.
now we have to do kind of like
Listen,
this.
yeah, that do be how it be.
It impedes our
Uh,
ability to stab Spain.
yeah. Ah well. Uh, it's fine. We build Army Kabul again. We build
Nice.
Army Kolkata because we need more armies.
Mm-hmm.
Surely that'll do something ever this game.
Good.
Uh, let's see here, and then Fleet Strait of
Fleet
Hormuz goes
Madras.
off. Yeah, no,
Yep. And yeah,
yeah,
Portugal is dead. Fleet Madras, Army Cochin just to eliminate Madrai with fire.
yeah. Surely that duchy will go away.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Let us see about that
Yeah.
one. Yes. So I'm gonna go to moves now. So this
Deal.
map got screwed up. I don't know what they did, but
It's
they
oil spill dip.
yeah. So I take Rinpungpa because I want that dot. I work with
Finally.
Rush over here to kill Safavids because I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
No better thing to
Makes
do.
sense.
Ayutthaya
Yeah.
here is encroaching, and I'm just not really taking it seriously enough. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. Yeah. Gulf of Manar gets dislodged, but we just go here. So like,
Yeah. I go down to Indian. That
yeah.
works.
We get into Natuna Sea because Spain, which
Yeah.
is just very. It's a very funny spot to have a Mughal fleet in.
It is like this again. This whole Mughal position is so fucky because we don't have Yarkand, and then we still have a good game regardless. Like
There's no northern game, but somehow we
no,
persevere.
we don't need it. We don't need it. We'll make it up in the aggregate.
um,
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't take Ayutthaya or not Abyssinia seriously enough. I should have just clocked them like this and just murdered
Probably.
them. But I was too focused on
This
Maldives
was
because France's press made me like want to kill him really badly and just show like, no,
makes sense.
Queen, you die.
Listen, I've pressed Fiend before too. I get it. But yeah, no. Now we lose all of our shit in Arabia because of that. It's so sad.
Tragic.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Big unfortunate. LOL.
Yes.
Big unfortunate.
But all these moves go pretty well.
Yeah. No, it works.
This is
And
just me
we're
setting up in fall to continue to kill the Dutch. And this fleet being over here
yes.
will really help with that idea, I think.
Yeah. I can't remember what I do with it, but probably.
Big brain.
Yeah. I think it was Palambang. That's what I do with it. I take Palambang.
It's a good dot to have.
It is. It's nice this time of year.
Yes. Any time of year, really. Same climate anytime, except sometimes it rains more.
Yeah. Well, monsoon season, and then I don't know if they call it drought because it's still like
For the dry season.
still raining all the time. Yeah. It's right over the equator too, so
Yep.
I don't know. Whatever.
Although there was recently a tropical storm that came through here, I think,
Yeah.
which the equator's like right there. It's normally supposed to not,
Yeah,
but
it just fizzles out right there. Yeah, no, that's
like
how magnetic poles work or
they
whatever.
say it actually it went like here and then came back across and went up this way and then died over here. I'm a nerd.
Damn. No, big real.
Let's see. That's about it. I mean, there's not much else to do with the units that I have. Like this army is just kind of
Yeah,
sitting around.
it's holding. Yeah,
I
no.
mean, maybe
Oh
like
no,
up sort of like up
this
there,
whole
but
front is so, especially at this point in the game, it's so
stagnant.
clogged
There's nothing else to be done.
that nothing is happening. Like I remember being upset, pissed at Fleet Nepal, or Army Nepal, but like I think it's been there literally all game. And so like I guess you could have moved it up, but also like
It's a good backup
what
unit
does
to
that really
have,
do? Yeah,
just
it's
in
just
case.
holding. It's tis whatever.
Yes. Let us see your fall.
Yeah, and the map's back. Hooray.
We
Um
yeah. So
oh yeah,
this
the Dutch do leave. Oh, the Dutch fuck up. That's what this was. That's what this phase was the Dutch fucking up. Cuz they shouldn't have let me take Holland. But they do. Fuck you.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna cut
Uh,
Coco's Basin, I guess. But
yeah,
I
that's
think
what
at
they
the
were.
same time, I think forcing them out of this coast, because they go here and then it becomes an issue.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it does. Good thing they didn't
Because
do that.
yeah,
Wait, yes, they do.
they do.
I'm fucked.
Because we just
Ah well,
Bay of Bengal is like our,
baby.
like,
Yep.
pressure point because they
Ah
get
well.
pressure
I
here
thought,
and here and here, and
surely,
there's just no good outcome.
surely we'll be fine. Surely we'll be fine. The fleet will be there. You're gonna put down a bunch of fleets or something.
Let's see.
Oh no, that's what this was.
Checking.
Was this the +8 year? I think so.
Yes.
Yes, it was. Uh, yeah, no. Well, I'm thinking, yeah, no, we're getting a whole bunch. We're taking Maldives finally. We're getting Keshem. Uh we don't get fucking what's the other port unit, but whatever. Yeah,
Hmm.
no. I also don't acknowledge Abby, and I start helping Abby because Abby's going, oh yeah, no, we're working together because you're the blocker. Because at this point, I think Ching is at what, like 35. Mughals is at
Yeah, like
not
58.
Mughals. France is at like 30,
Yeah, like we're the blocker.
58. Yeah, we're the blocker,
If
and
Abyssinia fights us here, they just don't do well.
yeah, oh yeah, and yeah, no, +8. I was so happy. I remember I was like driving and the phase turns over and I'm like vibrating in my seat because I'm like, oh my god, we're gonna win. We got this. And like I make an impunity chat and the me and my France and my Ching and my Sweden, we're all real chummy and we're getting along really well and we're like, okay, so here's what's going to happen because surely everybody else on spring is on board because they can see how the game's going. uh
Well,
Surely everybody
I
else is
just
on board.
what day was this?
Fuck. Why is there a Dutch fleet in Andorra
This
Ghost?
is what I didn't think this would be the move, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah, no, I get that. Fuck you.
Like
I
there are
get it.
better moves here to do for Dutch. There are better moves.
Oh, agreed. But they're fucking with us because we fucked with them for some reason. Well, no, there's not for some reason because we needed them to win.
Hmm.
But though they're spiting us, and so I'm thinking, surely everybody else is on board. And then, oh, I see this and ah,
Let me see. I'm looking at when this order was due. Keshem, no. When did we do
yeah,
these orders? This was on the 20th. No. Let's see. I'm looking at when.
I just remembered this. Me and Addie were going, okay, we can get you into Hyderabad. You can probably surely your Mughals goes down and you're gonna be able to take Udong. It's
I
gonna
don't
be
know what I was
close,
gonna
but I
say.
think we can get you to 40. I think we can get you to 40.
But nope.
Yes, surely.
Nope.
Nope.
Well, see,
Oh,
Abby and I, me and Abby in spring did not have
yeah.
any sort of relationship.
Yeah, that's so fair. I butt dialed my Abby. I remember that.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, no. And then I hang up immediately and I was fucked. That was like in February.
Yeah.
Uh yeah, no.
Yeah.
That
Fiend was
oh
cooperating here a bit to try to get me to win, but I literally did not trust him at all.
yeah.
I thought he was trying to
Yeah,
fuck me
no,
over
that
the whole
makes
time.
sense. Then you muted the channel. Oh, we were so
It was so close, but so far. Like, even like the thing is, even if this goes well, I don't know if we have enough growth to get to 40.
I don't even know if we do, like
Like,
legitimately,
we only need four more centers, but like we're getting
we
crushed.
don't win if we keep or if we keep fucking with Jing and if Abby's still fucking with us. We need a lot of shit to go right, and it just didn't. Because like I built what was it, Fleet Kachak, Fleet Kokata, and I'm going, okay, surely you and Ching can work together. I think there's a possibility that Ching is gonna maybe throw us a bow and give us a dot. We don't need more armies. We can just do two fleets.
I
No,
didn't
fuck
trust him at
us.
all. I did not trust him ever.
Yeah, I
The
kind of gathered that.
the thing is that he had the other thing is Aeolus had just there was like another variant starting by this time. Aeolus
Yeah, yeah.
had just stabbed me in another game with the justification of like, "Oh, we didn't do enough press." I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay," but he stabbed me like poorly. It was a bad stab in my opinion.
Yeah, fairs.
And so I'm like extremely paranoid about him because his justifications are bad.
Yeah.
And
Oh, and
also,
then
I'm gonna say here, Russia, and this is the thing that I just forgot to
yes,
I
that
forgot to
that
send
was gonna be the other
enter. I forgot to send hit enter on a message. Russia offers to throw to me here, and I go to say yes, and it just the message doesn't enter. It doesn't happen. And Russia had sent the same offer to Ching,
I said, "Yep,
and it's like, oh
doc."
well, and she's like, oh well, I want to like I told Sweden I would do this, and I'm like Sarfed, you're
Yeah,
not hurting Sweden by throwing to Ching. You're helping him.
yeah. Oh, that's so brutal. That's
Yeah,
so
if
brutal.
Russia had thrown to us, it would have been, but
If
like I just
Russia
hate
threw to us,
would have been good. But
there's
like
a whole
I
bunch of
just
other
hate that
like,
philosophy, man. Like
"Oh,
really?
I get it,
I mean,
but listen,
I should have hit enter,
word
obviously.
the way, get rid of philosophy." Like,
Should have hit enter, yeah. But
oh, I'm so sad. I was okay. Oh, this is the phase. This is the phase I where in
let's
my
see.
fucking void, I say there is no way this is Varhi because she would not be doing moves this lazy.
God, it was a bad time.
Yeah. It was Machiavellian for sure. I was so upset.
So
Yeah.
close, but
And
so
then
far.
yeah, and then Spain comes to me, Basil goes to me, and she says, "All right, I feel bad. I think I'm gonna throw to you." And we've got no other win condition. I'm like, okay, sure, why not?
Oh,
I'll
you just
trust
lied.
you.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, and she just lied. And I can't get anybody else back on side because at this point it's looking like a triple. It's gonna be
oh, but you did
France,
this thing again.
Sweden.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and Addie and she comes to me and she goes, "All right, I think I can get you into Chengdu, and I think that we can get you over the line because it's me, her, and then
And they
Spain.
want to
We're all
cut.
talking,
Yeah, and they're
and
cutting
if
us.
and they're cutting us, yeah." And I'm
Yeah.
thinking, all right, if everything goes right, I can go +4, and then I go -3, and I'm like, okay, well, the game's over. Fuck me in the ass.
Yep.
Oh, it was so sad. Oh, I was livid.
We're so close, but
Look,
so far. Oh,
again, do you win? Do you win by 30 or lose by one in overtime?
more
Like
painful. It's more painful to lose by one, but
it is. It is.
but
God. Oh, we're so close. Because you haven't won a game of Imp right?
I have not yet. No, I've managed not to.
Yeah, it's fairs.
Come
Yeah,
close
no.
several
So
times, but here we are.
so I went into this game and I was thinking, all right, I'm kind of I'm not having the most fun with it, but there's an interesting because I just had a game where I was second place to a solo and I
Mhm.
got over 100, and so I was not super happy with the game already. And I lost because of a throw, because obviously that's how every Imp Dip game ends.
Yeah, I had one
Uh,
of those in like 1 point, like A like 1.2 or what? No, it wasn't A 1 point. It was B like B
yeah,
1.1 N or something. Where I was Aymara and
fuck,
England got 3 throws and soloed by 1 dot, and I was like, Jesus
that's
Christ.
ludicrous.
And it was the
Yeah, no,
25% margin time too.
it was so awful, and so I'm like, I don't really want to play a game, but then Varhi comes up to me and she goes, "Oh, well, we can get me my first win." And so I'm saying in my void, like, oh, I just want to get her first win and shit.
She's been
And
dead for
then
years.
this happens. And this happens. And not only do I apparently end up killing her, which is hilarious, but then I don't win anyway. Fuck us. Like, oh my
Oh,
god. Do we just because
painful.
what is it? We got another year, I think. You wanna go
Yeah,
forward?
it's just like we have disbands, and I'm picking disbands, and I'm like, okay, well, I think these are our best disbands. We
Yeah.
don't need this army. We don't need this army. This fleet we don't
Yeah.
need. I'm like, I'm thinking of how we can avoid being cut completely here. It's like, okay, well, I have 4 disbands to make.
Yeah,
I can make 4 disbands, and like we still have an outside shot at staying within 30% and prolonging the game, right? So I'm kind
yeah,
of um, I'm informed by Sweden at this point that they're trying to cut me, and I'm like, yeah, no shit.
yeah.
So
That's how it was
my
too.
strategy here is just I just want to load up on fleets in the Indian Ocean, because that's the it's just the best long shot we have at this point of doing stuff. In
Yeah.
retrospect, if I'd known this was gonna be Ching's moveset,
Oh, that's brutal.
I know, but like
Why do they
what?
ever do that? No, I get it. I get it. Oh, that sucks.
Yep, and then Russia fully is just throwing to
Just
Ching,
fully
letting them have the
thrown.
arcane. Like
Yeah.
I just hate this philosophy.
No, I
Like
get it.
come on.
I get it. Listen, I'm not a huge fan of throwing either. Believe me.
And this is
I think
why I said I'm
literally
gonna put
here
Starfight on my do not playlist.
you said you said you hadn't been getting along with your Abby. Your Abby is the one who ended up throwing to I think it was JPM. I don't know. I don't think I know it was JPM.
Really?
No, like Abnavab or whatever. Fuck that guy. Like,
Abosab? Yeah, I don't know. Abosab
yeah.
was not in this game, but Abosab is the
No,
guy who I will.
Abhinav. That's I think.
I don't know. Well, Abosab
Oh,
is the
it's
guy
whatever.
who I actively root for his death in every game I play, if I ever am in one with him. So you know how
Listen,
I think about that
listen,
guy.
I don't have real beef with a whole lot of people, but I got some beef, you know.
Hmm.
Like, even in this game, it was like we were fighting with I was fighting Grug and Artima and Meepster, like all of them, you know, they're
There were.
sick. Even Addy, I like Addy. Uh
I just
Me and
imagine
Teeks
if I
ended up
had
getting
known
along.
all these people's moves, the setup would have been so much better in fall.
I know. It's so brutal.
There are
Like,
so many paths to winning here, but all of them are like they're just like
you
completely
have to mind
sidetracked.
read, and we weren't at that level. We ain't good. We're
But
dog shit at this
mind
game.
reading idiocy is really hard.
A little bit. But you know, like monkey see, monkey do. It's whatever.
Hmm.
We're also ass.
Oh
Uh
god. Yep.
yeah, no. You wanna go to the next phase? Because I
Free
think it's
fall.
just yeah, they keep throwing. Uh and then
They throw.
yeah.
Yeah. This they don't
Just
throw, but like this is like I don't know what you
this is
expected.
awful. Yeah. And I was one off from blocking, but it was the Arabian moves. I could have
Yeah.
me and Russia don't talk all phase, and I'm seeing that they're throwing, and I'm like, okay, well I should go attack them because whatever. And then it turns out they were supporting me into Keshem, and I could have gotten it and prolonged the game another year.
Oh yeah. Tragic. Right? Oh
Yeah,
no. Yeah.
but
No. Oh yeah. I guess you
but
could have
like
this, but
because I
if
could
you
have tapped. Yeah.
no, but if you tap, you don't get Muscat.
You're right. Oh well, so the game was over anyway. All right, never mind. I feel significantly less
Well,
bad. Is there another angle?
there's
Because at this point it's
but like
yeah,
as a but
but
that's a
again, you can't
psychotic move
predict.
to play.
You can't predict them. Yeah,
Yeah, I know it's a
but
sad
again,
thing.
and then sweet Artima comes up to me and she goes, "All right, me and or he goes, all right, me and Basil are gonna actively work to prevent you from winning." And I'm like, okay, cool, thanks. So everybody's working against us to cut us because everyone wants the game to end because this has been like 3 months at this point, and I think we were the only people who are really getting cut. So
Abby had a
because like
shot
I
at
think
if
it was
Abby worked with us, Abby had a shot.
yeah, but
Not very
Abby
good at it,
also
but
apparently hated everything that we stood for the whole game. So fuck
tragic.
us,
As always, tragic.
truly.
Well,
But yeah, no, because this is where the game ends, right? I
yeah,
think.
yeah. The final position is here, and yeah, we are
Oh,
6
it's
dots
so
short.
sad. Oh.
You know,
Yep.
and
They
if you'll notice, Russia throwing to Qing actually led to them losing more dots to Sweden. It's almost as if spy throwing is a bad idea. Hmm.
yeah.
Hmm.
Hey,
I
you
don't
know,
know. I don't know. Seems like kind of a
it's
crazy
whatever.
concept that one. Hmm.
Hit enter next time. I don't know.
God.
Oh, I'm so sad. Oh, this game was so much fun, and I hated it.
It was so funny later on just to be like, I'm just gonna put you in a position where you can do something and just hit enter and
Yeah,
see what happens.
yeah. Like, no, and like legitimately, I mean, this is a hilarious Mugos position. No northern area, Indonesia instead. all of IU. Whatever, sure, I rate it. And it almost won! It was
Almost,
so
yeah,
cool! It
so
almost
close.
won! Oh no. You got anything else we want to talk about with this cat?
Let's see. I'm sure there's other interesting stuff that happened on the board.
Yeah.
Spain
I
won.
was. Oh, this is really fun. Uh, so I thought. So Captain Meme was Oot. He was the only person I didn't have a channel with because I thought, yeah, no, I don't really want to go annoy this guy. I can annoy everybody else, but I don't really have anything to do with Oot. Why not? I won't talk with him.
He's the only guy you didn't talk to the whole game.
He is the only guy I didn't talk to. We exchanged Minesweeper results in public press. True. True. Uh we exchanged Minesweeper results in public press, and that was all we talked about. I actually that was the other thing was I did Minesweeper with Ming too. That's why we got along really well too. But like no, I liked everybody in this game, I won't lie. Me and Teeks make back up. I think I already said that.
Nice.
And I like the three that end up winning. It was Big Mac with sauce, uh, not Zach, Bug, and then Addy in my end, Sweden, France, and Ching. And they're all good players.
Burgess
Shout out.
and Aeolus. So yeah.
Yeah. Pretty decent players all around. Um, this is a really funny game. Uh just so upset by the results.
I yeah, I oh, just like all the little misplays over time add up really quickly.
Yep. Yeah, no, like if I end up doing better tactics around or if I end up having better press with Ming later on, like we end up with Zinning and Chengdu eventually. If whatever the fuck Dutch don't keep fucking with us and we weren't doing our tactics like work because I was doing those too.
Or it was a bad time.
uh listen, shit's Machiavellian. Shit happens. That do be how it be. But no, it was fire. Uh
Really good Moogle
I
game
think
regardless. Just the VSCC
no, it
support
was a
was
fire
too high.
Moogles game. Uh, yeah, no. If I'm allowed to say anything about this game, the Moogles VSCC should be lowered, and there's 6 dots is too many. I hate it.
I don't know. I don't know who changes the map. Who's in charge of that?
I don't know, like
Hmm.
it's almost like I have personally never had a conversation with the map committee because I don't care. Totally. Surely none of my friends have done the same. Surely.
There's a reason that waves have been delayed by a couple of weeks.
Makes sense. Hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, we were
But yeah,
supposed to be
no.
35% block, right? On this game, or was it 30?
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, quite close. But I'm not even sure if the position gets too much better from here, right? We have to devote
It really doesn't.
fleets to this.
And I was well, especially with Russia throwing, we just have not. We didn't have anything in the north all game. We have no play in the north with Russia throwing.
We just get
Like,
cut like there in the west, basically.
yeah, yeah.
The saving grace
It's
is
Machiavellian, but
that
it's whatever. Funny Indonesian Mughals.
yeah, somehow this it's crazy. It's like how every single game I
Yeah,
play France and Blitz, I just end up with this entire part of the Caribbean somehow.
that's so weird.
It's like I don't know how I got there. I
Alrighty,
just did.
my computer's about to die. Uh,
Well,
Thank you
thank you
for
for
having
joining
me.
me.
This
Thanks
was
for
a lot of
joining me.
fun
Good times.
and very sad.
It was fun while it lasted. Be happy that it
That it
happened.
was.
Don't be sad that it's ended.
Damn straight, damn straight. Alrighty, you take care of yourself, brother.
Have a good one, and thanks everyone for watching.
You're